Recording.
Oh, do I start?
Of course.
Yes, you do.
Sorry, what do I say? Hi, it's Travel with Zoe and I'm on this.
I recorded. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that.
Okay. Hi guys, it's Travel with Zoe and I'm here on the He Haw podcast. So yeah.
Start the show. Oh.
It's morning.
Stories on man production. Episode number
58.
8. Counting dog. Right?
Yeah, we lose count.
It's Monday. Way. So we have somebody special in the studio today. Or should we say not so special because she don't want no stress. Right?
No.
So welcome.
Stress.
Thank you.
Alright, good. Nice.
Where's why?
Large up yourself, Zoe.
Yeah,
in
so
the
we are here
studio.
with Travel with Zoe. So if you have not seen on Instagram, probably because they don't have Instagram or the
Or TikTok.
or TikTok, or because the algorithm, have you still watching Red Pill videos or some shit? I don't know.
Or you didn't pay your data.
You didn't pay your
know,
data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them kind
Or
of
maybe because you blocked me.
People's blocking.
it all in the eyes, dog. You can tell.
People blocking.
If I told you like a well-known creator in Trinidad
Call names.
who one day I was like
Call
gonna
names.
stalk.
Zoe, there's a safe space.
It's a safe
You
space.
can see whatever you fit to see.
You?
No, but let me just explain how it's so random. Like,
Yeah.
I already knew that me and her are very different.
Oh,
And
is that
so, like,
female?
we probably just, like, might not really have much in common. But I used to sometimes watch the videos just because it was a bit interesting sometimes.
So you have a lot of videos with this person.
No, I don't have it. I've never met the person. But I used to sometimes watch this person's videos, even though
Right.
I don't follow them because I don't follow many people. And then one day I just went to watch her videos and it was like, page is not found. But obviously I have a burner account, so I was still able to watch her videos from my other account, right?
Ye Caribbeans. And they really need
But
to
I
take
was
up to
like,
the
she
technology.
really blocked me when we've never even met. We've never even interacted or
What you
spoken.
thought was the reason for that blocking?
Because she finds me so annoying that she just cannot stand me to the point where she cannot stand to see my videos. Which is fair enough because the block button is a good function. If you find me
Okay.
so annoying, fair enough that you block me. Do you know what I mean? It's just quite funny to me that some people find
People
me that
taking
annoying.
it to heart. That's basically what's going on.
So you find yourself annoying? Do you think you're annoying though? In all fairness, how to be
I
devil's
just
advocate?
think like if your personality completely clashes with someone else, you're both going to find each other annoying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
We's hot, we's
We
hot,
actually-
fire and water, and we's get along.
fire and
Yes, so you
ice.
don't clash, but some people clash, right? Like some people just.
We clash like
Okay,
literally.
so maybe we mean a different thing by clash. Like when I say like me and a person clash, it just means to me what I mean is like I really just every time we try and make a joke, we don't get each other. Every time
How
we
you
have
think
an
I get
opinion,
it?
I don't
From
know.
clashing. We clash.
No,
Let's not talk about our in our weekends.
yeah, forget it. Yeah.
That's when you end up with the bomb there.
Yeah.
Elbow drop.
Yeah.
Like Randy Savage.
So anyway, as we were saying, all right, I understand what you're saying. In Trinidad, they call it the colloquial term is my person, my blood don't take that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Or like
So,
your spirit doesn't
yeah,
take.
yeah, that's a more female thing to really do. But you know, I grew up with women, so I can kind of translate. I'm not really able to.
But have any fellas that like you're just like, you know what, fuck this white girl. Oh yeah.
To be fair, like I wouldn't usually know who's blocked me. The only reason I know that girl blocked me is because I happened to type in her name because I wanted to see a certain video of hers, and then it said, "Oh, I couldn't find her profile." Right. So usually I wouldn't know who's blocked me. You don't. There's not a way to know who's blocked you apart from if you try and look at their page and it's not there. You know.
You talking to like a Stone Age person. I don't even understand how social media works most of the
Kind
time.
of old guys.
Like,
Well, yeah, you can't see a list
You
of
can't
who's
see.
blocked you. I can only see a list of who I've blocked.
no, but okay.
Which, when I tell you, if I try and go like this and scroll down it, we're going to be here for like 3 hours.
No,
Serious?
so you block.
So you block other people.
I have to block so many people every day.
Why?
What's one of the most outlandish reasons for blocking somebody?
Yeah, good question.
I guess it's not really outlandish, but it's just like if you come on my thing and you're like, you're a dirty whore, like, then like, do I really want you around? Like, obviously not. Because I view my TikTok as like,
You are dirty.
like, I don't know, like, I view my TikTok, how I think of it is like, okay, if you put on like a public meeting in like the town hall, right?
Right.
And you say, this is a meeting, it's about the topic, and everybody's invited, the doors are open to everyone. But if you misbehave in that meeting, I can still kick you out, right? So to me, obviously, my TikTok's public. So yes, everybody can come in the meeting. You can raise your hand. You can comment in the town meeting, right? But also, if you raise your hand and you say, well, you're a cunt, then probably you're going to get kicked out of the town hall meeting.
Yeah,
So
what you trying to tell you.
it's
Yeah,
like, even though it's a public space, I am still entitled. It's my meeting. I'm still entitled to kick you out. Do you get it? So that's how I kind of view it. And I don't feel bad blocking people because I literally like, have this weird image in my head of like a town hall meeting.
So who you think on the more higher end of calling you a whore? Is it the men or the women? Who
The
hates?
men.
The men hating more?
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, so let me get you up to speed with Trinidad and Tobago culture, right? I mean, maybe you are, but you know.
I don't know.
A lot of Trinidadian men, we had to apologize for them because it's like a lack of female attention that way. So
they
talk
comment
about
on
that,
the shit.
yeah.
Yeah, they
But
comment on the shit.
remember, like on my TikTok, it's not only Trinis, right? So we can't
So
only
it's
blame Trinis for.
so all right,
So
even
it's
in our
Caribbean.
country, right? When we talking about that, because I ain't even trying to bash nobody. I just say
Yeah.
if it's more men than women,
Yeah, I mean, especially in the DMs, because
Shit.
comments and DMs are two different things, right? And lots of people might be scared to say something in the comments because other people might, say to them, "Oh, don't say that."
Yeah.
Whereas if you come in my DMs, no one's going to see that.
Yeah.
So it's actually worse in the DMs than it is in the comments because that's a private space.
Because your comment section, basically after let me see your video with like
Yeah.
Big P or your video with is always be like, I show you fuck it.
Yeah, no, but that's even
And
before
you
the music. That's from like when I did a cooking video with a man. It's like, do you remember the Green Fig South in Tobago with Ando?
no, I wouldn't have remembered it, but I know you have done a lot of
Yeah, or even when I interviewed Pimpin. Oh, she must be.
Okay,
Indian.
yes.
If
So
I
everybody
interview somebody who owns a restaurant, or I
Right.
go on a hike with a man, just
Yeah.
me and him to a waterfall, like anything. It's always even before the music. Like this is the thing, and now people are like, oh well, she's singing about sex, so she's bringing it all on herself. It's like it's been the exact same way since whatever I did. If I was just like staying by somebody's house who I'd only recently met, and I clearly showed in the video that I slept on the couch. Oh, I bet she's not sleeping on the couch. It's freeness for penis. Like, so it's like they're happy now. They have the music as an excuse to try and slut shame me.
Right.
But they've been doing it since way before the music. So
But I see the Uno reverse.
I think the is famous for penis going to be the name of the episode. That's a good
That's
a good name for the
right?
episode. It's
Freeness
famous for penis.
for penis.
That's a
Nice.
great name.
Right.
That's a great name.
I like what you're doing based on the fact that you're turning it around and you're capitalizing on it. And that's good.
Because if you want to, like, they're so obsessed with like solo women. There's a weird obsession I think in the world with like solo women travelers' sex life.
Yes.
Because it's not only me, it's really not only me that gets that. Like I have a few other like content creators who I follow who they complain about the same thing. Because there's this weird thing that like apparently we can't just exist in our own right. Like everything we do must be because of a man, right?
What?
So
That's a great, because I wanted to ask that question.
Yeah.
The quick question that's be on everybody's mind.
yeah.
How you paying for all these trips? So it's just money, just full.
Well, remember, like, I don't really have, like, bills in a way. So, like, if I was living in, let's say, London,
Yeah.
I'd be paying probably rent. I'd be paying car insurance. I'd
Yeah.
be paying a phone contract. I'd be paying, Wi-Fi. I'd be paying, like, petrol for my car. Like, lots and lots of things, right? Like, that would be, like, your monthly expenses.
Right.
But I don't have them because I don't have a house. I live out of a backpack. I don't have a car. You know what I mean? So I don't actually have a lot of expenses that like you guys might have if you have like a mortgage or you have rent or you know what I mean? And so all my expenses are only really like obviously flights, but I don't fly that often because I often stay a long time in one place.
Okay.
And I often fly to close like neighboring places. So the flights aren't that much. So my expenses are mainly flights. And then like the food I eat, I'm vegan, I'm mostly eating like rice and peas and some bananas. Like I'm not really eating really expensive stuff. I'm taking buses
Rice
that cost like
and
£1. For a maxi or for whatever. Like I walk a lot. Like the activities I enjoy are quite often free because I like nature. Like so, my lifestyle isn't really as expensive as I'm not sure why people seem to think it's.
Is the recent events, like through the music?
No,
'Cause
but people it's before the music.
Yeah,
They've
seriously?
been asking the same thing and. Like obviously TikTok is work. Like my TikTok's monetized, so it's not like I'm not working. And I also
Right.
teach English online, and I also trade stocks and shares.
Understood.
And there's a few other things online. Like so, I have like some income, but it's not like steady.
Hold on, Zoe. Just now. I want you to repeat that slowly, right? Sometimes things just pass.
Just fly over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
our sisters, the hot girls in Trinidad,
Want to
Tobago,
do what you do.
right? They want to do what you doing, right? But they don't.
I mean, they don't because I get shamed. They don't.
Well,
like,
I mean, it's
anytime.
envy. It's
Yeah,
envy.
but nobody wants to go around and sleep on strangers' couches and
Right.
sweat with a backpack in the hot sun,
Well,
walking
maybe-
like.
I've slept
Maybe we
in
should-
bus terminals in other countries.
Maybe we should rephrase it. They want the results that you are getting.
The
out of-
fame?
the fame,
The travel.
all the benefits, so to speak, of the lifestyle, right? But there's something that you just pointed out, meaning that you actually have some source of income coming in that has nothing to do with the lifestyle on
Yeah.
You know,
You just understood
So-
how the stock market works.
yeah.
Black
So
people.
you always have some way to profit off of an economy of a nation, profit off the economy of anything, because you have the understanding of buying and selling, just economics on a whole. You know,
I'm kind of guessing, to be honest, with the trading stocks and shares. It's just
Excellent.
gambling.
Yeah,
it's
but
just,
it's
I'm just
still
guessing.
Wow. So
She's
you
still-
you get things just like that. To be honest with you, this I guess a bit
no,
more
but what I mean, what I'm trying to say is that she's still trying to do something else other than scam
Yeah.
people now, boy. You know?
because you're not really you're not really asking for shit. That is true.
Yeah, there's this weird phenomenon that apparently I go around like begging for food or something.
the Mormons and them.
You just beg for food.
I don't think I've ever begged for food in my life. I mean,
okay, because
like,
that was
maybe-
like a
Even as a ye little lass,
last.
like
eating potato
I
salad.
feel like maybe if someone has a fruit tree, I might be like, can I pick a mango? Do you know what I mean? Because like I
Okay.
love fruits. Like if I'm literally staying at your house and like you have a tree, I might be like, is it okay if I pick a mango? But like I don't think I've ever been like, please could I have a roti? Like do you know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
Like,
So where are you from?
Like Oliver Twist.
England.
Originally, like where in England?
We know England.
I was born in Red Hill Hospital. Do you know where Red Hill is?
I
Yes.
really don't know.
By the hill next to Blue Mountain. Obviously.
No idea where it is.
Then I lived in a place, funny name, Newdigate.
Okay.
Until I was like 10.
Yeah.
That's like a small village in the south, and then just different places in the south really after that. And
So-
then I moved to London for university when I was 18.
So parents was active in your life, both parents, that kind of vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they divorced when I was
Oh.
maybe 18. So I was already like an adult by the time they divorced, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And they are still active and supporting what you're doing to this day.
Yeah.
And the message is like, yo, yeah, this video is crazy.
Yeah, my parents say yo. That's how they address me.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yo, bitch, what's see, motherfucker, there's what going
All
on.
right. So shout out the parents, you may, you know. There's all-
No siblings.
Yeah, I have siblings. There's 4 of us.
in Trinidad.
Sisters.
No.
So,
Sisters.
In England, yeah, I have a sister and 2 brothers.
Oh, boo.
okay.
So that is, you know, sometimes you just get lucky because you end up with the pretty sister and this not you
My
think-
sister's married to a girl, so
What's your
I
point?
mean-
What's your point?
Yeah.
What's your point?
What's the difference?
it
What's your
wouldn't
point?
really help.
What's your
Yeah.
point? You don't know if I identify as a female. You never asked my pronouns. That's
Kilati kill some, you know, we can't really mention.
We can't
on the
really
show.
mention
Yeah, but
that
yeah,
kind of thing.
get in trouble. But he,
so.
he's
So
what's
the,
there, you know.
so the next. No, I don't know what you hell you talking about Highlander. This is Drunken McLeod from the Clan McLeod, if you know what that is. Because you think
Theater
you
of
old enough.
life. Yes.
Yes. Anyway,
Yes.
sidetracked. So
Back to the work.
my main question, because I have to ask this to all people that come here from.
It's how you build up all these questions. I'm like, he's going to ask me something really crazy, but then it's not actually crazy.
But that's the
No,
point
I
of
want to
the show.
know is that okay? Are you working for a government agency?
What, like the CIA?
Well, not CIA. MI5 or something. MI5. I wouldn't say CIA. Nigga, like
Maybe,
MI5.
maybe not. Are you?
No.
Okay.
You didn't get
I believe
recruited at
that,
18. You didn't get recruited at 18. They train you how to use a gun. Like if I do this, you get blocked, or you can dodge bullets and
I
shit.
would like to do like a self-defense course. My
Like-
mom sent me on like a one-day one when I was like 10. So I remember one move.
Which is?
You would have to put your hands on my shoulders and I'll show you.
Hey, let me explain this there, right? Last time somebody
You
did
see
something
that,
like
put your
that.
hand in your shoulder.
Yeah, you
talk?
see that? Yeah. I'm not trying to end up getting dragged by a car just for whistling. That's
Okay. Anyway, no. So I actually studied languages at university,
I
and
see what you did there.
they told us that one really cool job we could do when we graduate with our language degree is work for I think it was MI6.
Yeah.
In there, apparently there's this like department where you have to sit with like headphones and listen to like intercepted phone calls and things like that and like
Yeah.
translate it basically. But you have to be like specialized in like. So I study Spanish, right? So I think you have to specialize in like, let's say, Panamanian slang, for
Okay,
example.
okay.
So you have to
Idiomatic
proper,
expressions
like
and-
because you're going to be intercepting voice notes from people that might use a lot of slang or whatever. And so when I was like younger, I thought that sounded like a really cool job. So I did actually research like how to apply and stuff, but I never even applied because the application looked so long and whatever. And it's just really funny because now I'm so like anti-system and anti-government that I would never do any government job.
Agency.
But obviously back then I was like maybe 18 when I was looking into that, and I thought it sounded like interesting to get to like listen to people's voice notes, and I'm a curious person, so I thought that
Okay.
job sounded super interesting at the time. But
So what was the anti-system sentiment?
well, like I think my whole life I've just questioned a lot of like things from like authority because I had a really bad experience in school. Like my school experience was just horrible. So then I guess that made me just question like why things are how they are. And I remember feeling like life was really unfair, not to me, but like to people in general, because Well, actually, I remember the moment I realized life was really unfair. So my mum used to buy like the newspaper, to read it, but I never really used to read it. But one time it was just like on the table and I just read it because I was bored. And I was about to do my GCSEs, which is like our CXCs, right?
Yeah.
And I grew up like in the countryside in a place where nothing really happens. Most people are living quite comfortably. To be honest, most people are white, like just nice countryside, whatever. Boring for me, but people think it's nice. And it was like an hour outside of London, so you still have like access to London, right? So anyway, I opened the newspaper and it said that there was this girl who was like the same age as me in Hackney, which is like a place in East London.
I know
who like had got killed because she got like shot for mistaken identity when she went out to buy a pizza, and they shot her like in the back of the head. And for some reason, like when I was reading this, I just felt like really, because she was like the same age as me, and she was just like going to buy a pizza, which I would also go to buy a pizza. Do you get it? I just remember like sitting there and being like, I don't really get how it's like fair that like that ended up happening to her, but not to the next person. Yeah. And like, I know obviously I already knew life wasn't fair, but for some reason, I don't know how to explain it, but for some reason, like reading that newspaper article just made me like really angry at like the world that I don't know. I don't know. And so from that moment, I was just like, the world's really unfair. And then I started like volunteering at projects to like try and, help
balance the equation.
Because I didn't know what to do. Like I wanted to do something, and it's probably pathetic. Like I can't change the world, right? And it's not even I'm not supposed to be someone who's come and change the world. Like, but what can you do? Like at 16, I heard this thing on the radio, like, oh, we need volunteers to come and, make a positive impact in the community, blah, blah, blah. So I just started like signing up for all those things. So I was just like, the world's unfair and I want to change it. But like,
activism.
Then I realized that obviously I can't really change it like that. And the world is just
and then you just start doing the temp jobs. Because that's what I read on your website.
Yeah. So the volunteering was like while I was in college. And so what we call college, I don't know if you call it college, but it's like 16 to 18 when you're doing like A-levels.
A-levels, yeah.
Yeah. So when I was doing like A-levels, I was like often taking the train to London to go and do this volunteering. And that's actually kind of how I got into like soca and dancehall, because I met people through the volunteering who were from like different cultures. But I grew up in like a white area. So
why not Afrobeats? What about soca? That was like...
So my first love was actually dancehall.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I bought my first dancehall CD. It was a Vibes Cartel album, but like, the ones where the people... I bought two Egyptian, it's not really dancehall, but Egyptian one and a Vibes Cartel one from like East Street Market. East Street Market, yeah. So the men that the pirates use, but yeah, so my first love was dancehall, and then which was also kind of because when I went to Carnival, I heard it and stuff. I went to Carnival for the first time when I was 16.
You don't want Nottingham?
In Notting Hill, yeah. So anyway, dancehall was the first love, and then I started going to dancehall parties in like South London and stuff, and it was nice, but to be honest, the vibes there were like a bit questionable sometimes. Like a lot of men there would be a bit like grabby, and often the parties would get shut down early because men would be fighting and stuff like that. Yeah. So it just wasn't always like the most positive environment. And then I met a friend at university, because I went to uni at Queen Mary in East London, who she liked dancing, but she also liked soca. So then I would go sometimes with her to like...
White girl too or no?
Well, actually it was two girls. One was white and one was black. But they were both from America on like a kind of exchange thing or something. Okay. But the white girl, she had a Bahamian godmother or something. So that's how she... Anyway, or Bajan or something, I can't remember. Exotic. Anyway, so yeah, then we started going to like the soca parties, and then like the comparison with like the positive vibe of like the soca parties versus like
happy music.
And like I just found out the soca parties, like they never ever got shut down for like fighting and things like that. So I was like, do you know what? I just prefer this environment. No, seriously.
Lucky you.
No, seriously. In the UK, like I must have been to like countless fetes, and the only one fet ever got shut down for fighting, whereas the dancehall parties I was going to were getting shut down for fighting every time.
And that's like weed was regulated. You gotta smoke weed if you say you was 16. I'm saying last time there. Yeah, would have been. I do nothing on Carnival, but I was talking about, I think I was 12 years old, and that's when the first time I knew what weed smelled like.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's the one day, because the police just let it go that day.
No, like, I don't know. I think I was 12, so if I'm 5 years, you'd be probably 7 years old or something like that. So, to me, I didn't understand that, you're thinking Chinese guy, then the Chinese guy was smoking weed, then the black girl, then everybody was just smoking weed and listening to soca music. And I was like, something seems off about this. Because I was 12 years old, so I'm not really seeing whining. I just seeing men smoke. Because we went to some basement shit.
Yeah, because the carnival in London, it has like so many different parts. It's like if you're by the parade, then you'll be seeing, whining and soca. But then if you're by the sound systems, like it's just different.
Like I don't know what the fuck I do. I went into some kind of basement shit. I don't know. I was 12 years old, and it's just men that smoking weed. I didn't. And I didn't like this. Me and
because a lot of people just go to carnivals to like lime and smoke, and not everyone's there for like the soca vibe. In the UK.
And so then, similarly, like everybody have a similar journey because we interviewed Tilo on the show as well.
I love Tilo.
That's your dog. That's your dog.
Or
by chance, did you meet each other in the intelligence agency? You
both
yes, because we are
program?
spies.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
the only reason why white people would ever come to
No,
Trinidad
no,
is-
because-
Hey, we have to ask. That's what we have to do. Ask. We can't.
And like, oh no, is Tilo a spy or is Tilo? I thought the one I heard was that the Trinidadian government paid Tilo to come here. Is why.
That's right here?
The Trinidad government doesn't pay for those kind of things.
Trinidadians-
We don't pay for. We don't pay
The
for roads.
taxpayer money don't go there. The taxpayer money goes elsewhere.
Obviously,
Yeah.
it's some stupid theory, but yeah, I saw that theory written on
And
in
then-
his comment section. But no, I love Tilo. I think Tilo is so hilarious.
Yeah,
I
because
find him so hilarious, like truly hilarious.
you guys share the same sort of
The same
origin.
humor.
Free spirit.
Yeah.
No, but we have the same humor, like the way that he responds to his TikTok comments in the most like direct way ever
yeah.
that comes across half rude, half funny. It's the exact same way how I reply. So I just find him so funny.
Cut from the same ilk. I see.
Let's see. Because how do I ask all the questions that everybody want to ask?
Yeah, I feel like I keep going off track, to be honest.
Nah, it don't matter.
This is the premise of the show.
We everybody afraid to ask you certain questions.
Yeah,
So okay, you've been to Tobago before.
Yeah, 3 times.
You know the question I'm going to ask now.
Trinidad or Tobago.
No. Fuck that.
That's like kind of
No,
basic.
hey, Trinidad, obviously. The question I'm going to ask is, there was a German lady that went to Tobago.
Oh, I know what you're gonna ask.
Right.
So
That'll, like, you never get play on that. It's like, oh, you can't bring AIDS here. Or some
yeah,
kind
so
of shit
one
like
time somebody even made a video, and again, people are gonna blame me on the music. No, this was like 2 years ago, way before the music. There was one guy that actually made a whole video. I've never met him. I think he might be based in the UK. I'm not sure where. He's not based in Trinidad anyway, but he has like some Caribbean heritage, I think, or he used to live in the Caribbean. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, random person, and he made this video. I just saw it one day. People tagged me in it. This was like literally 2 years ago. And he, his page is one of these like woke conspiracy theory kind of page, like anti-vax kind of page, right?
She's pro-vax.
so-
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, but the people that are obsessed with anti-vax and
Yeah.
weird
Conspiracy theorists.
things about 4G is hurting our brain. Like conspiracy theory
Talk
guys.
for people now.
But then they also like, anyway, whatever. He's one of these conspiracy theory guys. I think with some Caribbean heritage. And yeah, he made this whole video, and because I put up a video, it was like one of my highest viewed videos back in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
It got just maybe like 500,000, which was like
That's a
a
big
lot
thing.
for me back in the
Yeah,
beginning.
come on.
And it was basically this thing that I put together of like all the countries I've been to, and it had like one photo from each one. So it was listing, okay, 2015, I went here. And so it was like a photo of me in all the different places I've been. And like, obviously it listed a lot of like places where, Caribbean places, and some in Africa, some in like Latin America. But he basically thought I was traveling to a lot of black countries. And so his theory was that I must be therefore going to spread something. Like there has to be a conspiracy theory
Sex tourism.
about.
Could it be that you just need to spread your legs or not eat?
No, so he was like, but he was so serious. He was like, look at this girl's video. And he played like a little bit, he like inserted a little bit of my video into it. And he was like, you can't be telling me she's gone to Jamaica, Belize, Gambia, Ghana. And you can't be telling me that she's not there to spread something. Look at her. And all of you thirsty boys that have been letting her spread her legs for you, go and get tested. Like,
Wow.
just like weird, like
Get tested.
like, it was just like, and he was so angry at me, and he was so serious. Like I feel like he truly believed what he was saying. And it's like, I always find it very like interesting that this narrative, I don't really see it being spread. So you see people that love going to like India, Thailand, like countries in Asia, right? People that are, I feel like it's not picking me up properly. Like people who maybe love anime, and so they like to go to Japan and things like this. And there are people who repeat, they might go to Thailand every summer, or they might go to India and then Nepal, and they love
They find
the
places.
yoga and
Yeah.
like everyone
A
loves
spiritual connection.
but I just don't really see that same narrative being spread about those people who I never like. If you always go to Thailand, I don't really see people being like, oh, you must love the Thai men, you must love Thai dick. Yeah, when have you ever seen anyone saying you must love Thai dick? But Thailand's full of foreigners.
Thai has lady boys.
But that's different. I'm talking about like when girls go to Thailand, it's accepted. Or they love yoga, or they love Do you know what I mean? They just love Thailand. But for some reason, when you love the Caribbean, there has to be an ulterior motive. And I'm like,
sex tourism here is pretty high, though.
It's no
You have to
excuse.
admit that.
It's no excuse for the things that people will say to you.
Yeah.
But we had to admit that we've been traumatized as a Caribbean territory by sex tourism.
yes.
Right?
Well, and by like the effects of colonialism
yeah.
on how black men are viewed as predators
so
and
you
things
know,
like this.
like how they'll have them brothers who's be like extremely pan-Africanists who
Yeah.
will never touch anything white.
right.
So,
Which, sure, is their choice and they're absolutely entitled to.
So have you been called? I have to keep asking the questions. Because I tell you, all my pro Pan-Africanist friends gonna be like, hey, let that white girl come on and say anything.
She devil?
Are you the devil? That's
what they say.
That's serious. These questions men is asking.
I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
no, well, I mean,
do you plot sit down in a room and plot against the destruction of the black community? Okay, this is questions.
No, I just plot against capitalism.
well,
we could take that.
you're right.
High five.
Like my Tinder bio says, just looking
Tinder?
for someone. Let me read you my Tinder bio.
Oh, you
Please do.
Hey, I mean, she didn't swipe right on me, guys. She calls on me. She calls on
My
me.
Tinder
I was like, who's this
bio.
white girl? I was like,
Which,
damn.
yeah, guys, it's real because I get DMs all the time being like, someone put up a fake Tinder profile of you. And I don't reply, but in my head, I'm like, it's actually me. But
Little.
yeah, my
like it.
Tinder bio says, honestly, just want to cuddle, eat fruits, and watch the sunset in a hammock with someone and maybe make plans for a socialist revolution. That's me in a nutshell.
Picture there. Just like,
Yeah, man. All right.
But I never really got on it anymore. This was like, I haven't swiped on there for a long time, but I just keep it there because it's funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, teach his own, as I see it. We've been traumatized.
No, for sure, yeah.
And some
Yeah,
people
that's-
have this tainted absorption of the hurt and pain.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
will come out in an ugly way.
Yeah.
You know?
And to be honest, like, I'm not really like, I truly believe that like everyone in this world is only like doing their best and is only like living through their own experiences. So that's another reason why I try to like, sometimes I'll respond to the hate with some kind of sassy thing,
Yeah,
but like in
yeah.
general, I just try to like block them because I don't want that energy around me. But like,
Shit.
I try not to like blame like the individual people, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
like whether it's women or men, like whatever it's about, like, yeah, sometimes I do get angry, but like overall, I just try to remind myself that like, you know, we're all just living through like our own experiences. And if your experiences have caused you to feel that way, well, it's a shame, but like, it might not be your fault in a way. Like, you know, like we are all products of what we see. Right.
Yeah.
And like,
Island fever. We have island fever. We don't have the ability to open and expand our thinking.
no, but I don't just mean people here. I mean people in the whole
In
world.
general.
Like
Well,
I can only view life from what I've seen as well. I'm not like saying that it's only other people and not me. Like literally all of us are only
Acceptance.
capable of
do you
knowing what we know, right? Like,
Of
and
course.
of
That's how the human experience is.
like
I think.
like what we say is a direct like reflection of just what we've seen, what we've heard, and what I've seen and what you've seen are two different things, and that's not our faults. Like,
perspective?
yeah, and it's okay that different people have different perspectives, and yeah, some people's perspectives are very harmful or very rude or very inappropriate, but like they might still just be doing their best. Do you know what I mean? So
Trying. How do the terminology does go? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
yeah, and like I just think when anyone that says really horrible things has probably had really horrible things said to them.
Cycle.
So basically, I just feel like everyone who causes someone to be a victim is also actually a victim themselves in some way because you're
Yes,
just passing on almost what's been done to you in a way.
Right.
And so I just try to like not really kind of blame that person. I just more blame like the system. Do you know what I mean? Because we live in a system where like not everyone's given access to like what they need to.
Flourish.
Yeah. And so of course you're going to have people who then take out their misunderstandings or their anger or their hatred like on other people because we live in a system where like not everyone has access to appropriate housing. I'm not talking about Trinidad, I'm talking about the world, right?
Worldwide, yeah.
Like not everyone has access to like care for their mental health. Not everyone has access to like healthy things to eat. Not everyone has access to good healthcare. So of course then we're going to be in a situation where lots of people just curse at one another and try to solve things through violence. Like, and I don't really blame like individual people for that. Do you know what I mean?
It's just a sad state of affairs. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the questions that you're asking, come in, good dog. I mean, like,
Guy, if
keep
I
going.
have a group, a set of people that say, if you don't ask these questions flat out, we're going to say next time we go to drink or whatever. Which will be fun because I don't know if you're free or you're booking or whatever, because I think you should just be there to ask all these pro-white, pro-black questions
yeah, they're called chubs.
to yourself, that kind of stuff.
Ask questions to myself.
No,
Whoa,
like
whoa.
the people who are, you answer them questions. Like, you know,
Oh,
need to
no.
answer the questions. You're like, oh. But yeah,
Even more, don't worry.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
shenanigans, yeah.
yeah, people have like a series of questions. What was the next one I was supposed? I'll write down this shit. Okay, so I don't know. This might be. Is this our will be personal?
I'm really a person that almost my whole life is on TikTok. I don't mind what you ask me.
Okay, so yeah, okay. You want like I know. So is the rumors that are you really promiscuous?
No. So basically, just give me time to answer this question. So
That's what we have.
like
Nothing but time.
at the moment, I'm not sleeping with anyone. I last had sex in March because
Okay.
Get a calendar.
So I was 30 years old when I last had sex. I'm now 31. Imagine that. Because it was before my birthday. My birthday was March 23rd.
Okay.
And that's not because I don't want to have sex. It's not because I don't like. It's not. I'm not celibate. Like I'm not like I'm not purposefully avoiding sex. Do you get it? I'm not against sex.
You
I
haven't
think
gone your own way.
I think everybody should have sex with who they want whenever they want. Like once we're safe and consenting, I think it's absolutely fine to have sex with if you want foursomes, if you want threesomes, if you want
Eiffel Towers.
like whatever you want, as long as you're happy and you're consenting. I really think it's great, and I think that like there shouldn't be shame like surrounding sex. However, even though I think there shouldn't be shame surrounding sex, I personally haven't found anyone who I feel comfortable enough with to have sex with since March, right? Whether that's because, to be honest, I'm quite busy. So like often when somebody might ask me to lie, I'm like, well, I can't because I have an interview early the next morning, or I have this content I want to make, edit tonight. And like I prioritize my content over everything else. So that's like part of the reason. And then part of the reason is because I'm always moving. It's like if I meet someone in, let's say, Barbados, but I'm leaving in 3 days' time, I might think, oh, he seems cool. I'd like to get to know him. But you know what? There's only 3 days left. We're not going to really reach that stage anyway. Let me just do the content instead. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it makes you kind of feel like it's a bit pointless when you're always going to move on.
But you'll be back.
Yeah, but I can't keep it. It's too much. Like, I don't want to have...
So when you had the sex, in March, when you had the coits, in March, you had like that person. Did that end in a heartbreak, and that's why
we actually still talk now,
and that's why it ended in a kind of fuck up way. So it's
no, not even because we knew that like our time period. What the hell? We knew that our time period. Why is it echoing?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So we knew that we would only be in that country together for like it was a period of around 2 weeks. So from the beginning, when I first hung out with him, I knew we only have 2 weeks to like hang out. But that's better than 2 days. Like to me, that's still enough that we can kind of get to know each other to an extent.
So it has to be someone premeditated. Yeah.
And like, yeah, to me, like, it's not even about like, oh, am I going to be able to carry on seeing you? Like, to me, it's just about, do I feel comfortable enough with you? That is it. Like, once I feel comfortable, like to want to sleep with you. Because to me, that's like an intimate thing. I could end up getting pregnant. I could end up getting an STD. I could end up having to, I don't know, use some safe word, whatever. And so it needs to be someone that I trust enough that if one of those things does happen, you will come with me to the clinic or you will, do you know what I mean? Because it's a serious thing. Like, it doesn't have to be a serious thing, but it has, or not even a serious, but it has the potential to have consequences, right? And so I need you to be somebody that I believe you will support me through those consequences if they happen, and that you're not going to be secretly recording me. You're going to respect if I say, oh, actually, I want to stop right now, or actually, I don't like the way that you're, you know, shoving my head in the pillow, whatever it might be. Like, I want to trust that you respect me enough to stop, or to, do you know what I mean? And so, even though I think it can be fun and it can be, I have nothing against it being casual, but it can only happen if I'm comfortable enough with you. And when I'm always moving around and I'm always so busy, it's just hard to spend the time to become that comfortable with someone. And especially, I think, like, I've always, like, not trusted men that much because I had quite bad experiences with men, like, as a teenager and stuff. And throughout my life, I've had a lot of, like, some, like, sexual assault experiences and some just, like, very disrespectful experiences from men. So it's a bit hard to just, like, trust men in general. But especially with TikTok, like, with every single day when I say every day, maybe with a few exceptions, but effectively every day for the past, I've been doing TikTok almost 2.5 years. And like I said, now, yes, I'm making songs about sex, but in the beginning, I simply was really like reviewing vegan food, going to waterfalls. It was the most wholesome content, like in the beginning. And even from the beginning, like I said, I know we're laughing about the freeness for penis thing, but every day pretty much in my DMs for the past 2.5 years, I've had men being like, you're a fucking slut, you're fucking the whole of Trinidad, you're a dirty hoe, I bet your pussy is this and that. Like, when I get that every day, like, it makes me just a bit disgusted even by, like, the idea of men sometimes, because, like, I know that what they're saying isn't, like, true. And anyway, what even is a hoe? Like, what even is a hoe? It's just a girl that sleeps with people outside of marriage. Like, what even is it? But anyway, like...
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty accurate one day.
So, like, it's just when men, like, and... You know, I'll just do like the most simple things. Like, I'll just like put on like a crop top and shorts and like go to a party, and I'll have men in my dens being like, "Oh, the way that you carry yourself is, you know."
But do you like bubble and I don't know what he's doing.
Not really. I don't really even dance like that. Like, maybe if I'm drunk, a bit. But I'm not like a center of attention dancing kind of girl. But anyway, so sorry. As I was saying, like, I just feel like now I have even like more of a barrier when it comes to like feeling comfortable with a man, because it's a bit traumatic, like being objectified every day.
Okay.
And like. so now I'm even more questioning of, are you just objectifying me or do you really care about me?
Yeah.
We don't need to be in love, but you need to care about me. Do you get it?
Because I
You
think
need a connection.
I think the premise is that, okay, let me say it's me, or let me say it's Baz, or let me say it's anybody. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I fuck Zoe, and I fuck Zoe because it's the white thing that's coming down here. But it's not like, I kind of like Zoe. Zoe kind of cool on me, chill. Like majority, it's like it's a trophy, it's a thing to be won.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't even say like trophy because honestly, I imagine there are lots of people that probably have some kind of bet with their friend about who can do it first, but not because it's a trophy, just because it's funny. Even.
I mean, the TikTok thing.
So, yeah, but that's not even a trophy. It's like they don't even necessarily think I look nice. Like they just think it's a funny competition to have. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but I imagine that there probably are some boys that have got a little 100 TT bet, whatever. Like
100 TT.
I've heard like
fellas, if only have 100 TT better on it,
$100.
I just think, well, I could put it in the Patreon, and we can see.
Because I mean, we
because I've heard men like bet about like other women before, so I know it's a thing that happens.
Trinidad?
No, just in the world. Like to be fair, I think it was in England, but
that's an English. Bet.
So I wouldn't even say like trophy. It doesn't even.
No, trophy's not even what I want to use.
So I just want to. That's just. Sorry, I'm just here to like vent about everything.
Sure,
but that one thing that like I found really fascinating from this like trophy concept that you just mentioned is that I'm not sure if you know about like the fake nudes thing that happened.
Nope.
You are fake. Okay, let's go on this Reddit.
So I could like literally show you the fake nudes.
Gerard, this is what you're supposed to be showing in advance.
Nudes, right?
Let me explain.
Yeah.
So
that'll be real.
Back in March, so again, before the music, because I know everyone wants to blame everything on the music, but back in March, so before the music, there was this photo that I posted. I think it was February, March, whatever. I posted this photo in like a basketball jersey style thing, but I was wearing it almost like as a dress. I had like bike shorts underneath, but you can only see a little bit of the bike shorts.
Basically, the kid that girls used to wear, that's the regular kid. That's not like really.
So, and I was like standing on this big like balcony, like in the bush. It's all like trees behind me. And the reason I took the photo on there was because somebody had gifted me the jersey from their brand. It says like Trini on it. And so I wanted to be nice and send them a photo, like content, like, oh, I'm wearing the jersey, right? So I just kind of posed in this balcony just for the sake of the jersey, right? Yeah. And then I put it up on just Facebook, I believe. I didn't put it on my Instagram grid. And I said, thanks for the jersey and tagged like the company, right? Then however long later, like a week later, a few weeks later, whatever, somebody used, are you aware of like the Nudify website?
No.
So if you just type in Nudify into Google, there's about 10 websites now, which Nudify was the first one, but now there's like 10 more.
Where's my phone to get these nudes?
Like you can literally upload a clothed photo of like anyone and it will nudify it within like a minute, right? It's free. You don't have to like prove your age, like anyone. Yeah. So you could just do it now to like anyone.
Well, let me see these fake nudes here.
Really?
I want to see the fake nudes.
Let me try.
I want to put my fake nudes on in it.
No, but do you want to see my fake nude?
Well, I don't know. You have the fake nudes on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me see the fake.
Well, this is for content purposes.
So
right? You show the camera.
So anyway, I'll show you the real and the fake. So anyway, so somebody made the fake nude, right?
Yeah.
And I obviously didn't know when it first happened because how would I know? And then I started getting DMs. I've seen nudes of you. I've seen nudes of you. And in my head, I'm like, I haven't sent nudes in such a long time. And the last time I sent them was, I think, to like somebody in England who there's just no way that Trinis would be seeing. I was just like, you obviously haven't, right? So I thought people are trolling. Maybe it's some kind of scam. I'm going to click on this link and it's going to. Do you know what I mean? So I was just ignoring. And eventually I was like, why are all these people saying this? So in the end, I replied to someone and I was like, oh, like, what do you mean? They were like, oh, let me send you something. So they sent me like this thing, right? And it was like
picture Gerard.
And it was
you can't see them nudes.
And it
Phoebe should not gonna have sex with you, okay?
So, okay, I found it. So first I'm gonna show you the real. So this was the original photo that I took of that normal picture, right?
Okay, that's cool.
So that's what they put into the Nudify thing. So then the fake. So
you just start up on a balcony naked is what them
look.
That don't even look real.
That look like an Indian girl body, you know.
All right, yeah.
So no, but lots of people they truly
that does not look like your boo. But
but they believe because now, like since then, obviously I've already got lots of you're a fucking hoe all the time. But then since this, so I wanted to talk about the reactions to this, right? So this now, in addition to you're a hoe, whatever, I get nice nudes, nice tits in your nudes. But I also get
just say it one more time later because it was funny.
So I also get like victim blaming. About the nude, right? This is what's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that men will message, even though the nude's fake, but even if it was real, same concept, right?
Yeah.
They message and they're like, you're so stupid for sending that to a man. Why would you do that? Now I know you're that kind of girl. So it's like, right, instead of blaming the man that forwarded you an unconsensual picture, you blame the woman who, in confidence, sent a picture to the guy or I didn't, but theoretically, probably you would have thought sent a picture to the guy she's seeing,
I mean,
right?
in all fairness, right? Because I'm not sure if we could actually show the nude online.
No, we can't.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So considering that the part was there, this is the part that wild. So you sent this nude, right? Which was alleged.
I mean, obviously, I never sent it.
Right, but
what they think is that
so
I sent
you
it.
are on a balcony.
Yeah.
We just, there's
Bamboo
something
ba-
nudes
a bamboo
now.
ba-
Yeah, like,
Just breezing.
let me
like
take
a
my
lizard.
nude here.
And it's just
Like,
Like a
hey,
24
you know
hours.
what really get me off? Just go outside, take off all the clothes.
do you know what I mean? Like, on the balcony.
On the back.
Like,
I need to see bush in the background and bush in the front.
yeah, like, and your feet, everything. Like,
Like
Yes.
a mated
so,
lizard.
but yeah, to me, sorry. So anyway, let me carry on about this to go back to the trophy thing. Yeah, so cool. Victim blame, whatever. Then, a few months passed now, and then this photo then got put on this page called Pretty Pipers. Do you know about this page?
I heard about
Yeah,
that.
Cool. So it got put on Pretty Pipers quite recently now, maybe like a month ago. And so way more people saw it than had originally seen it in these Telegram groups. And so it almost like recirculated type thing. And because Pretty Pipers, lots of people like follow that page, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't blame them.
So, and then on like the same day, there was this like nude sex video thing that got like leaked of somebody. And it was like this woman who had skin, I guess, a similar color to mine. Her hair was not even similar to mine, to be honest. And she was like, basically, well, yeah, she was having sex with a man, but you couldn't see her face because it was like doggy or whatever. And like it was filmed from like above, so you couldn't see her face because you couldn't see the back of her head, right? And this got leaked on the same day as when my nude like recirculated on Pretty Pipers. So people put the two and two together. They were like, "Oh, that's Zoe in the video."
Okay.
So there was this one crazy
It's a
day
treat.
when I got like hundreds of notifications, comments, DMs, everything on all these platforms being like, "Oh, I saw your leak. I knew you were that kind of girl all along." Da, da, da. And then, yeah, and then I made a Facebook thing like ranting, right? And this is where I'm going back to the trophy thing. So in the Facebook thing, I mean, I could even try. Do you want me to? I don't know. So in the Facebook thing,
Yeah, time.
in the Facebook thing,
Don't swipe too much left because we'll see the real nudes and then fake ones.
I still haven't found anyone to send real nudes to. So
It's on your phone. Yeah.
in the rant, like obviously I was directing this rant at the people who were circulating the stuff. I
Right.
obviously wasn't directing this rant to innocent civilians, right?
Okay.
But people thought I was directing it to everyone, I guess. But anyway,
Wait, now you thought that you had come on the show to talk about the music, by the way. Like, wait.
keep
Oh,
promoting.
we can talk about it in a minute.
Nah,
So,
yeah, let us see.
so anyway,
We want to know Zoe.
So in this rant, I was basically talking about how you must be so desperate to like stroke your dick to a fake nude, basically, and
Whoa.
how
Whoa,
some
sorry,
people
I
are
mean,
like so
Fighting wild
desperate,
legal.
so desperate for bacchanal that you have to like pretend this person's me who just looks nothing like me in the video, right? And so I kind of go on this rant, and then people, I'm still going to find it for you, but let me just carry on talking. So people's reaction to this rant was like they took it this weird way. They were like, because lots of pages reshared the rant. They reshared, you know, these bacchanal pages. They reshared the screenshot of my rant. Okay, I found it. Oh my god!
Yes.
Okay.
Let's hear this.
Okay. Imagine. Imagine people being so desperate to see you naked and so desperate to fantasize about bullying you.
You're making it sound lame.
No, please let me just
Read
read.
it in your bacchanal voice now.
You think back.
Imagine people being so desperate to see you
Yes.
naked and so desperate to fantasize about bullying you that they pretend to believe that a random porn clip of a random white girl with a random black man is Travel with Zoe.
Yes.
I know you all know that it's a random white girl because her body literally doesn't even look like mine. But you force yourselves to believe it because you're so desperate for bacchanal and so desperate to think you know something about me when you actually know nothing except what I share online. I have literally slept with one person in the whole of 2024 and it wasn't even in Trinidad. Partially because you guys are so desperate for bacchanal that I literally feel like I can't sleep with anyone in Trinidad because they might try to secretly record me. Anyways, have fun stroking your dicks to these random things that aren't me whilst fantasizing about jamming Travel with Zoe, as I can promise you now, you will never see me naked and you will never actually jam me. So, I posted that on Facebook.
Whoa.
And to me,
Breathe.
and to me,
Bacchanal voice.
it was like clear that this was aimed at who's circulating these things, not at every man in Trinidad, right? Or every man in the world or whatever. Anyway, the responses to that I found really strange because the main response on when it got reshared on all these Instagram things and stuff was, oh, she thinks she's nice. What, you really think you're nice? You really think people want to jump you? She's saying she thinks she's so nice. You lot have made this girl think she's so nice. She's not all that, you know. And I'm like, it's so concerning to me that these people, which was mostly women actually,
It's always women.
that it was really concerning to me that they relate unwanted sexual attention to feeling that you're nice.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm nice when somebody I love gives me a really meaningful compliment.
Okay.
Or when a really good friend tells me, do you know what, in that green outfit, it really matches your eyes. Or, you know, something meaningful from someone I love. But when I get like objectified and sexualized by dusty men, doesn't make me feel nice.
You're not allowed to say dusty. That's
makes
how
me-
it's
You can attack, you know.
You're not allowed to say dusty.
Oh,
You're not allowed
yes.
to say
I
dusty. You can
just-
say that.
It makes me...
You just joke it.
In England, they use it as like slang for like,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
stinky men, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so to me, like when men that I don't even want, like make me feel like a piece of meat, it actually makes me feel quite ugly. Like it makes me feel the opposite of nice.
Okay.
And when people are resharing like quite disrespectful things, calling me disgusting names, it doesn't make me feel nice. It makes me feel actually quite disgusting that what, you really think that's how you can talk to me, or do you know what I mean? It doesn't make me feel nice whatsoever. So I was really surprised that from this post, people equated that to feeling nice. And it really concerned me that that kind of thing is what makes like some girls feel nice, I guess, because I just don't equate those two things. Like when I get spoken to a certain way on the street, like I promise you, I don't feel nice. Like I feel
gross.
yeah, like, and I feel, do I really give off this vibe that you can talk to me that way? Like I feel the opposite of nice, because I feel if I look like some kind of like model girl, maybe you'd still talk to me that way, who knows? But I don't know, it just doesn't make me feel nice whatsoever. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, because
do.
in your mind, you never put yourself on no pedestal to be like, "I's no best thing."
because honestly, I think if I was the best thing, they probably might not even talk to me that way. Maybe they still would. I don't know. I have to ask the best. Maybe they still would. But
I'm glad that
like-
I'm glad you just saw that.
Being an advocate, they know you're talking about the idiomatic expressions and phoneticism and things like that, right? When they say you feel you're nice, this basically a term of envy, you know, it's more like they would covet that position.
they weren't. I promise you, they were saying it in a real. They were like, she thinks she's nice, but she really looks like a 50-year-old. Her face is all like it wasn't.
gosh.
Nah,
No, it was.
in all fairness, you don't look like 50, guys. Your pictures make you look way older. Because in person, I was like, she looks way better in person. I would say that.
So I have this thing where like I purposefully like one thing that's really important like to me on TikTok to portray is that like we're all good enough like as we are in like every circumstance. So like when I wake up in the morning and I really don't look my best, like I am still good enough and like it's still okay that I look like
Shit.
that. So like we are just all enough like at all times. And so that's why like I force myself, even if I take something that's like a really bad angle, I force myself to still post it because that is me. Like I look like that from that angle. Like so
That's your brand.
That's
you know what I mean? Like, and I would prefer to look better in person because what a nice surprise, you know? Like,
No.
so I prefer to
I'm
look.
not lying. You look better in person. You look better in
I
person.
prefer to look better in person than filter all my. Like, I have a rule: I don't use filters, right? So I'll prefer to look better in person than to use loads of filters, and then you're disappointed when you see me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll prefer to look better in person. Like,
I thought he was taller. I thought he would have been taller.
Yeah,
and then I thought it was like, yeah, these English girls just kind of look ugly. And I was like, you know what? She is not ugly.
Yeah.
She is not ugly.
honestly,
Because
like,
one of the comments I read was like, when big people be saying is like, yeah, best body, some of the girls don't have set of
clean
marks,
skin or
clean skin,
whatever,
whatever.
yeah.
It's just like, and then the first comment on it that, yeah, but the face is like a 2.5 or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
but to be
Let's
honest,
just see
like,
those.
but they can't even like truly. We haven't touched really on my school experience, which may help you to put some context to all of this. But yeah, so in school, like I actually feel like my whole life men have only liked me for my body, so you can't really hurt me with that because I already feel that way. Like I already know that like I would never be some model in a magazine, so I already know that. And to be honest, on my deathbed, I think I'm gonna be happy about the fun times I had rather than my face. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and so yeah, in school, like
Self-awareness. That is good.
in school, like I don't think I'm like ugly, but I just know that my face is not, you know, this sort of
The magazine.
typical. Yeah, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
The
of course,
Eurocentric
some
beauty
people
standard.
like. So that's literally what I was going to touch on is that. So I went to private school in the Spy area, and so people really looked like very much the same in my school. So like pretty much everyone was white. And you know when you're like quite a young girl, especially like white girls, a lot of them are very very slim, especially at like their early like teens and stuff like that. But I was never like, I was just kind of like how I am now, but like as a child. So I was never like super slim. Like I have naturally like thick legs, and it was just kind of always that way. And like I was always like I always had this kind of big, a bit frizzy,
Puffy hair.
and like I have quite big teeth and stuff like that.
So you was a
And
muggle blood.
So like I didn't fit like the European standards of beauty either, but everyone in my school like did, and so I didn't really have like friends. Well, I had 2 friends in school, and they were also rejected from like I guess the European standards of beauty club because one of them was so tall and so skinny that she didn't fit in with the standards, and the other one was a bit fat. So us 3 were friends because we were put together naturally as like the rejects.
Or they call it ethnic white then. It's like, that's what it's called it. That's what it's called it.
Well,
Like,
I've never heard that in my life.
Oh, well, that means that.
I would just say that we were the rejects.
Oh,
yeah.
So anyway, like in school, it was actually a boarding school. So social life was very important there because you didn't have to board. I actually didn't board for most of the time, but you still have to stay quite late even if you don't board. So social life is at school, right? It's not outside of school because there was Saturday school as well. We had school on Saturday. So your social life is in school. So, you know, fashion and boys and hair and all this is very important in school, right? And so everyone had their little kissy little relationships, whatever, when, you know, in school.
It was mixed?
Yeah, it was mixed, yeah. And so, of course, I fancied boys too. Like, naturally, even though I knew boys wouldn't fancy me because I'm one of these 3 reject girls, like, obviously, I still had feelings. I still had, like, hormones, whatever. I would still fancy boys. Right. And so, you know, I see all these little relationships happening. And I truly believe that, like, I was fat. Like, even though I wasn't, I was literally like how I am now, but a child. Like, I truly, especially because my legs, I have, like, cankles. Like, I have, like, elephant legs. So... Like, I truly believe...
Let's put your foot down.
No, like, I actually have cankles. Like, you know, some people, they message me, even now on TikTok, they're like, I think your ankles are swollen. You should see a doctor. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, in school, everyone's getting their little boyfriends. And I noticed that none of the boys, obviously, were approaching me or my 2 reject friends. And obviously, that was a bit hurtful because I still fancied the boys. And then they later realized that they could like joke about fancying us because it's such a joke because they never would fancy us. Like they used to like, I remember this one time we had like silent study like in the library where we do like homework and stuff. And I think they somehow found out that I fancied this boy called Bertie Barkley, right? And
Bertie Barkley?
I think it was, but I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't him, but at one point I fancied this boy called Bertie Barkley. Anyways, so there was this silent study.
Team, the captain.
No, literally. Rugby. So yeah. Anyways, I was in like silent study or whatever in the thing. Yeah. You know, so everyone's in there, right? Like the whole 20 of us, the whole class, whatever. And then this boy, the one I fancied, like walked in because he'd found out I fancied him. And in front of everyone in silent study was like, well, the phrase was, will you go out with me? It means like, will you be my girlfriend, right? And so he comes in and he's like, oh, Zoe, like, will you go out with me? And everyone knows it's a joke, right? Because they know that Zoe's too unattractive to ever get a boyfriend. So in front of everybody, this whole room, I had to just be like, no, because I knew it's a joke, right? And I was like 12. So it's like, from when I was like 12, I felt like,
Jesus Christ.
This is why I kind of have like insecurities about men, like, because from when I was like 12, I just feel like I've been made to feel, do you know what I mean? Just like shit by men. And like
it always in boys' schools. Trust me.
Yeah, but like that's just one example. But like basically my whole school life, I truly thought I would never kiss a boy. Like everyone's talking about this first kiss behind the shed or whatever, but I didn't have that in school because
so romantic.
Or behind the sports thing, you know. Yeah. And I truly thought like I truly thought I was fat and that my teeth were too big, my hair was too frizzy, my face was too ugly, whatever. That I would never ever kiss a boy. Like I truly believe I've never kissed a boy.
Your teeth not that big, in all fairness. You know,
I remember what she's saying. She's saying that is among the
Oh no, it's like, okay, so all the white people had small dolphin teeth and you just had regular sized teeth. You don't have few grand teeth. I mean,
I don't think the teeth was the biggest thing. It was like the frizzy hair and the fact that I wasn't slim.
Yeah,
and I also wasn't good at sports, and sports was very important in my school. Hockey, rugby, netball. So yeah. And I was good at like academic stuff, but that's not really cool. You know, what's cool is like the sports and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I thought like I would literally never get a boyfriend ever. And yeah, that was like difficult as a teenager. Do you know what I mean?
You know, like, I mean, I think we could understand.
Yeah,
so when you're more academic than sporty, you don't get
No, but it was mainly the looks, though, was the main issue. That I was not skinny and that I had this big hair.
It's good for teenager. It's good for.
And so anyway, then when I got like a little bit older and I started to meet boys through basketball, which I haven't even touched on, and then the kind of dance hall circles and stuff like that. And basketball actually was a major one. But anyway.
So you started a ball?
No, so when I was 12, I went to... So 2 things changed. There's so much to tell you. I just don't know how to explain my whole life in one podcast. But when I was when I was like 12, I was with my dad at like the local sports centre in like our local town that was called Guildford. And we saw this big poster for like first game of the season, Guildford Heat basketball team versus I think it was against the Chester Jets. And
Chester Jets and Guildford Heat.
Yeah, and because there's like a professional
those are big basketball teams.
Well, there's a professional. Well, actually, the league has just changed names, but at the time it was called the British Basketball League, and it's like the highest level of basketball in the UK. So it's professional, but it's not like huge stadium.
It's not the NBA.
No, but it's our version of the NBA because it's the highest one we have, right? Okay. And so my dad was like, "Oh, like you want to go to a game, like you know, just as a fun activity, like a family thing, whatever." So my dad took me like the next weekend. It was like on a Sunday, and I wasn't really into sports. Like I said, in school, I didn't like any of the sports. Like I never connected with any sport. And so we just went as something to do. And I thought it was the most amazing thing. It was so fast paced. Like everyone was shouting these funny things to distract them from the free throws. And there was all this music. And I just thought it was great. So I was like, I want to come to the next one. And so I got into basketball, and then basketball was like very diverse. So even though it was in Guildford, which is like a white town, people would come from like neighboring, basketball just attracts a diverse crowd. And a more like urban crowd, I guess, like it relates to hip hop. It relates to like certain like sneakers fashion, like a different,
American culture.
like different than what my school was about, basically. And so through basketball, I actually met like way more diverse people than in school, and that's like the first attention I got from boys was boys I met at basketball. And
what kind of guys?
Quintivius.
So
that's what on them.
That's when they gave first kiss too. He gave first kiss then too.
No, the first kiss was actually from kind of through. No one in school.
Okay.
Well, actually, my first kiss was when I was like 7, but after that,
Zoe,
you whore.
No, the first real one was at some like house party. It was through people I met at basketball. We had a house party, and that was my first kiss. But anyways, like my first boyfriend was somebody I met through basketball, and I remember like so I told you I thought I was fat, right? So I used to wear like baggy like clothes and stuff. Yeah. And then through basketball, like I said, I grew up like close to London. You can take the train to London. And so through basketball, when it was the off season for the Guildford team, there would still be some tournaments in London, like they called it like street ball and whatever.
Yeah.
So I was old enough, I was like, 15, whatever. My mom would like give me the money for the train, and I would go up on the train to like watch these different basketball things in like Brixton and stuff like that. And so, I went there thinking that like my big legs are like unattractive and things like that. And then I remember I'd come off the train in like Brixton, and then these...
you got a fat ass.
They're like,
you got a fat ass.
They're like, they're literally like, what?
Yo, man,
they're all like good? Surrounding me, like telling me like that my shape's nice and all these things.
Listen, fam.
And literally the cogs are like ticking in my head. Like
what the hell?
They're like, hold on. The ass that I have and the legs that I have are a good thing. Wait, what?
So in
like,
short,
it's literally
you had the monopoly on all the basketball boys, and then you go back to school and it's like, you bitches could fuck Brad and eat. That's it, Bertie.
Yeah,
you can fight up with Brad. You're like, fuck him.
But I was soon about to like leave that school. By the time I started really meeting boys at basketball, because I left that school at 16 to go to a different college.
Because I'm post-primary.
So my first boyfriend I met at one of these like street ball things in London. So he was from, his parents were Jamaican, but he lived in Croydon, like in South London. Well, he lived in Thornton Heath. And so then,
and he feel he get through because light skin.
So he
green eyes.
So that's
eat our food.
So that also is
what
how.
About Yuriko? sorry.
So that's also how like my interest in like Caribbean stuff kind of, obviously it started partially through carnival, soca, whatever, but then I went to like his family barbecues in the summer. They had like rice, and that was the first, I remember the first time I tried rice and peas. They said like, oh, there's rice and peas over there, and in my head I had never like heard of Jamaican rice and peas, so I was expecting like green peas.
No, but you were always vegetarian though?
I was always vegetarian. I guess that sparked my interest also in like actually going to the Caribbean, right? Because I'd be at like his Jamaican family barbecues and whatever.
Okay.
But we broke up after like 4 months. But
cheating.
Caribbean man.
No, he was so nice.
Cheating.
No. He was a church boy. He actually like.
What's your face? Okay.
Don't downplay your men so much. Come on.
And he's not mine. I never had mine. Hey yo.
Hey.
But anyway.
So I can't remember where we were actually going with that, but basically, I then was like, oh, hold on a minute, maybe I am attractive, but just not to the people where I'm from.
Right.
And so that was kind of weird. It's kind of a weird feeling. Well, still, I guess.
Yes.
Like I feel like I still have some weird like mental things like against my specific area where I was kind of raised, and I still have obviously like weird feelings about my school experience. And
you're fuzzy. Your father and your mother have that too. Your father have that? So
it's just a weird genetic mix.
Maybe it skips.
We score a lot of haunting child.
Yeah, I know. But my siblings don't have it either, so I don't know.
Four times?
You never know.
But yeah, so it's very funny. Like, obviously it would always be funny for somebody to become a TikToker and have people coming up and asking for selfies and stuff. But it's extra funny to me because in school I was just in the background and nobody ever invited me to any parties or anything like that. And so it's like a very like very, very strange feeling to have people like begging me to come to their event or whatever because I wasn't wanted anywhere like when I was in school. So it's very...
So you're like your friends from Yeah, old school.
The two reject girls.
Yeah.
The two reject-
The two reject girls.
One of them, so like I said, I left there at 16. I went to a different college because I
Okay.
begged my parents. I always wanted to leave that school, and eventually they let me after GCSEs. And so yeah, one of them we're still in touch. She's actually she did like neuroscience. She's like a brain surgeon.
Shit.
Figures.
Yeah. And the other one we kind of lost touch after when we went our separate ways. We all left that school at 16 and went to different
Because
colleges.
everybody just didn't like this shit.
Well,
It's
the
like,
three of us didn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
we fed up. We fed up
being the
calls
reject
for
girls.
the
Vision
Yeah.
losers.
Yeah. So you're like Drew Barrymore in like Never Been Kissed then. Like the English Drew Barrymore from Never Been Kissed. You know what I'm talking about? Jesus
I'm kind
Christ.
of bad with movies. I don't really watch movies.
Oh yeah,
like
we
that.
not gonna mesh well ever. Period.
Well, that's okay.
It's okay.
You're just here to interview. It's okay.
You're here to entertain.
No, here's my thing now. Like, could we get somebody at least once that just loves movies and we can just go back and forth?
That's not gonna be me.
That
You
might
like
be-
books?
That
You
might
like
be
books?
a surprise. I don't
I
know.
don't really have time. I like music. And
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
So speaking of music, right?
You see how I set up a segue?
Yeah.
That's
Touch.
basketball
It's
for
two
you.
touch,
It's
yeah.
like whoop.
Stick and move, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you end up finding out about Carib dancehall,
Yeah.
which was your first love.
Yeah.
And maybe that wasn't the impetus to push you into the music industry, but it was always something that kept you close to the Caribbean, African diaspora, this type of culture.
I mean, it's why I wanted to first visit. Like my first Caribbean island I visited was Jamaica because I
Yeah.
like dance. So when it was in 2013, I took my first solo trip, which was to Jamaica, and that was because I liked dancehall at the
Dancehall
time,
music.
right? And then I came to Trinidad maybe 1 or 2 years later because I then loved soca, basically.
So you like
basically
soca more than dancehall now?
Oh,
because
100%. Soca's
Wow.
my favorite genre of music, yeah.
Wow.
better than me, to tell you the truth. I can't
Somebody had to love it.
I mean, I am Trinidadian, but I can't listen to the whole soca scene.
That's okay. I'm British, but I can't listen to whole grime CD. It's okay.
Grime is British.
Grime is
Like
British.
urban British. I thought you was going to listen to like Gaelic music from Sailor music or something. I don't know English people.
And yeah,
And I don't know. What was like English, like white English people listen to?
Maybe stuff
Trance?
with guitars. I feel like more
Acoustic,
like rock, not hard rock, but like
alternative.
Folk music.
yeah. I don't really. I mean, honestly, on the charts in England, it's a lot of American stuff. Like,
So you don't like Drake? Drake is not.
not really, no.
Damn. Well, Marshall,
going to dance,
but player Marshall is like, yep, I'm there. Okay.
Because to me, like soca, obviously, remember, like all I really ever wanted in school was to be normal, and I could never feel normal. But like when you're in a fete, like so, I got into like the UK soca scene first, obviously. So like every weekend, not every weekend, but like, most weekends, I'd like be in a fete or whatever, and it's like quite a small community in the UK because like not that many people know about soca, so it feels almost like a bit special. Like you're in this thing where you might see the same faces all the time because the soca community.
So that becomes your tribe.
So yeah, well, not even like that. I wouldn't even really hang out with the people like outside of the thing. But it just felt like quite like a safe space because I feel like soca is a thing where like once you truly love soca, and it's clear when someone truly loves soca because they're there passionately singing all the words in the fete. Like I feel like once you kind of like truly love soca, you're like it feels like a family like in the fete. I don't know how to explain it. And to me, like anything that feels inclusive is like warms my heart because all I ever wanted was to be included. Do you get what I'm saying?
What chutney?
Chinese really actually
fuck with the
vibes,
chutney, yep.
but I don't know it like that. But anytime I hear it, I'm like, this is a vibe.
Because no, here's what you know. UB, right? You're supposed to know University of West Indies.
Yeah.
So it had like the soca fete. It had every year that freshers fete, and it had the chutney fete, right? And everybody's like, nah, I need to get tickets for the soca fete. You don't understand?
Yeah.
That. It's like holy fucking dumb. Come the chutney. Just like I don't like chutney. Come the chutney. Chutney used to be way more because I don't know if it was the alcohol. So that's my next question.
Yeah.
Do you when you go these events, like you're trying to get like you get high on the raw man is
Yeah,
like,
but it goes in phases. So I had like my first year of uni, I didn't really drink. I have like an up and down relationship with alcohol. So because I'm vegan and I try and be like healthy and stuff, so it's a bit contradictory in a way to like drink a lot because obviously I try to look after my body in like other ways. So I'm very conscious that like alcohol is not good for you and I want to take care of my body how much I can. But at the same time, I'm also conscious that it's really fun to drink. So
I can get fucked up.
So
man.
yeah, so I've had like phases. Like I mean, you'll notice like today you offered me a drink, but I didn't want one. So I tried to just like not.
Don't say that like that. I don't
No,
say
but like I try to like
We offer everyone drinks.
limit like how often I drink because I know it's not good for me. But if I'm currently like,
No,
to be honest, like
self-preservation. That's fine.
yeah,
You can't drink every
but I
fucking-
do honestly just have more fun in a party if I drink. So yeah, in my current phase of life, I would like just drink rum for a party, but I don't really drink on like a daily basis.
and your drink is wrong.
Yeah.
You're not no Johnny, not no vodka. Wrong.
White oak and iced.
What?
Street.
What? What you drinking?
Okay.
White oak and iced.
You're back on the mesh list. Anybody could drink that shit straight is a friend of mine.
I mean, I actually love Diamond. You know Diamond?
Punching.
No.
Diamond rum.
The Guyanese rum.
That's diamond punching.
No,
It's not punching.
no,
It's more like white
that
oak. It's like
rum from Demerara though.
yeah.
You telling me motherfucking diamond, bro?
It's not punching.
It's not punching, it's rum.
Well, okay.
Yeah. You know the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
So you're living on the edge, girl.
You're living on a straight line.
So
Good
I
for
have
you.
like this signature.
1/4 mile at a time.
I have this like signature thing for like
You
a
don't get
cooler
a reference.
fet. So you know you can get the small plastic diamond bottles. It's like smaller than this one.
Yeah, the nip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they cost like £3.
Oh,
So
because you still equate stuff in.
like it's slowly transitioning, but like
Yeah.
I still equate to pounds in a way. So anyway, these smaller ones that cost like £4 or whatever it
Yeah.
is. When I go to like a cooler fit, I just bring one of them, and I don't need a cup because I just drink it out of the diamond thing, and it's like
Yes, you
that.
lost
That
it.
is my portion. So that portion, like the amount in that bottle, it gets me lit. Like if I
Yeah.
just drink that whole thing, it's like enough, and it's the perfect amount. So I just you can ask any of my friends. I'm just in the thing drinking out of the diamond
Just
bottle.
in your pocket, in your zone.
Yeah.
So, no, but it has to be clear. It has to be like white.
White,
You don't
yeah.
fuck with the brown.
I prefer the white
Mm.
these days, but I go in phases. Like this is just my drink now. You know, next year it might change.
The evolution of the drink. Cool. So, but okay, do you do yoga too? Or like you one of those?
It's
yoga
so funny
people?
because I'm vegan and I like waterfalls
Yes,
and stuff. Like
yes,
people always ask me
yes.
if I do yoga, but one time I tried and it was so boring because you know you have to like hold one position for so long. I want action, like it's too boring.
You want guns and cliff diving? Just jump off, rah, shoot. And
Like I'll prefer like a soca exercise class, you know? Like
is
wave-
that
More
a
like
thing?
it.
yeah,
More
in
like
London, me and my friends went to soca size.
So you could start out on here.
They're like, wave the rag.
You could start out on here though. You know,
But here, like, no, they have it here, like, you know, the aerobics in like the
pre-carnival.
savannah.
Pre-carnival.
They don't call it soca size, but that's basically soca size. Do you know what I mean?
Understood.
Yeah.
You have to also understand that we would like to know this whole controversy with why are they doing my virgin here and Duncan that on the social media?
I haven't done anything.
Not you.
Well,
The
I
narrative
can't
is that
speak
The
for
narrative
them.
is P take it.
But take what?
Duncan, yeah.
Take-
And what they
hey,
say, look.
I watched the
Okay.
video and this is exactly what one of our staff members, not to the next one,
Yeah.
it have the one that
She
you don't
looks,
see.
yes.
She
Yeah.
legitimately said, wait, yeah, that's the white girl was in the porno. And I was like, porno? I had to watch this.
Like,
Click.
tell me that you don't search anything spicy on X videos without telling me you don't
Okay.
search anything spicy on X videos, because if you think that is porn, then you need to improve your X video search.
Hold on. You see that?
Like, I will
No,
give you
no.
some tips what to search on X videos if you want to porn.
Get us now. We don't get
Because
we don't get sponsored.
I haven't had sex since March, so I will tell you the good
We
search
don't.
terms if that's what you want.
We don't
Do you
get.
know what I mean?
We don't get sponsored by X videos. We don't get. Hold on. Because I have a lined up. Number one, we don't get sponsored by X videos. We get sponsored by the. So if you're going to be searching stuff, it
I
has
think
to
X
be-
videos should sponsor me for that comment.
Nah. Fuck X videos. Porn.
Patreon. Listen, we have a Patreon, right? And we just have to cut this conversation a touch or two so that we can adjust our locho followers. And they can't be saying you're following and you're liking everything and you're not following and coming to the Patreon and just contributing under $5 or $20, right? Don't get on the Patreon.
Okay, it is www.patreon.com/he_whore_. Like he_whores. Anyway,
Yeah. Podcasters how they get paid though.
podcasters, how to get, do they support your local podcast? Please. Yeah, any little nippies?
Yes, but it doesn't say punching. It's diamond white. It's different from diamond punching.
Thank you for white explaining that to me. I feel
shit.
very much.
Yeah, diamond or white.
Thank you for white explaining that. White.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So yeah, they're saying P-Take Duncan girl and I like the controversy. I like
Can
the,
you imagine me dating Aaron Duncan? Like, can you? I'm sorry. Do
Excuse
you
me,
think
Gona.
it's a match?
what
Do you
happened?
think
What
it's a
happened?
match?
I did not know the guy before everything. I didn't
what
know the
happened to
guy.
Aaron? What's the problem? Like,
So you
I
can-
mean,
he's a nice young guy.
I'm 31 years old for a
Right.
start.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
he's quite civilized. Like
He's not a savage.
he wouldn't sit here talking about X videos.
He
Like,
went
like,
he went choking in the video and bend you over.
Do you know what I
In the
mean?
red, in the red tongues.
do you know what I mean?
He
Then
went, yeah, like you bend over. You must get. He went put you on the beach chair and
Like,
put.
no, he's like, obviously, he's a very nice boy, but in terms of like being like, he would never want to date me, and I would never want to date him.
No, but
because
you
we
cool.
have nothing in common. Like,
No, but you guys are good though, right? Or it's like beef. Actual.
it's not beef. We performed together the other day in Gasparillo.
Yeah, so like yeah.
Obviously, it's like a working relationship. We don't hang out outside of like music, but when it comes to
like
music, we can function. Do you know what I mean?
But they
And
can't,
you consider that so cool. You consider that as this.
So me and him had this conversation.
I consider it this.
I don't consider it soca. I'm not sure if I even consider it zest. I consider it like gentle zest.
The new genre, gentle. Okay, so you and Big P, what's that? That's zest.
Zest.
That's zest.
Yeah.
Gentle zest.
No, I know. I guess single is zest, but it just sounds a little bit funny, a little bit
I'm a
little bit like nursery rhymish compared to some. I don't know. It just sounds
because to me it seemed like it's like you're testing it, like you're doing. This is what black people say, like white people is counting music, and there's like one. That's
it sounded a bit.
Just me, not in a bad way. Steven Seagal have a dancehall tune, right? So just remember that. Anytime people tell you anything, tell them go and listen to what's the song from Steven Seagal? Punani, right? Tell them go listen to Punani.
You know,
I don't even mind because if they don't like my music, they can just not listen. I don't care.
I agree.
That's what we think about everything we put out.
Do you know what I mean?
It really
Like, I'm not begging you to listen to my song.
It's not that serious.
Like,
no, but I mean, it is on all our fucking algorithms.
Well, that's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, no. Even so, if we don't want to listen to it, it pops up on the
Let's
algorithm.
go past.
And then I'm like, what's
Pelt your
this?
phone on the wall.
Then, no, and then I was like, wait, I porn on YouTube, click, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, this is not what I signed on for.
But good production quality, big up KG.
Yeah,
right?
big up KG. I would definitely want to do more videos. If I ever have to do more videos, I'm coming to KG.
Say less.
No, you see
Quality
KG,
work.
you get a free plug, pause. Anyway, you got free. I didn't mean it like that. I did not mean it like that. Anyway.
Good comeback.
Yeah. Anyway, you see your stuff. Anyway, so the video kind of raunchy, not really.
Of course.
I don't even think it raunchy. Just have like one part with the neck part, and then I was like, that's it. And then I was like, who idea it was? Because
Okay, so you have to
I had a preface the question. There's a video called Tip Drill. You might be too young for this one. You know Tip Drill?
No.
Okay, Nelly had a song called Tip Drill. It must be an ass because it ain't your face.
All right.
It must be right. That a song called Tip Drill. It must be ass because it ain't your face. You are Tip Drill. In the music video, it had a part where the guy Nelly, if you know who Nelly is,
As in the rapper. Yeah.
took a credit card, like whoop, with one of the strippers, and was like, swipe it in her bottom, and that made so much controversy in terms of he getting so much trouble for that shit.
So this was in the music video.
In a music video. This was back in like early 2000s.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm asking that was because when he get brought up and they asked him about it, it was like, all you fix with me, this was the girl's idea.
Yeah. So basically, we actually made the song like 2 months ago. So the song isn't new.
Okay.
So we made the song ages ago. Like a week after single, we made our song, right? Me and Big P.
Okay.
And when we made the song, obviously we were just telling a silly story on purpose to make it entertaining, to make it funny. The story was almost like, oh, I wanted to be single, but now I've met Big P and I no longer want to be single, right? And so it was like just because we thought that's like a funny storyline.
Big P's got the P
And
to
so-
block her down.
Obviously that was a song that we already made, and then it was like I went traveling to like Colombia and stuff, and then it was like, or I can't remember where I went, no, Barbados, whatever. And then when I came back,
Whatever.
and then so we were talking about like when I was away, I was like telling Big P, I'm coming back, and we were like, oh, like maybe we should try and carry on, do some stuff like
I don't
with the
know this
song.
thing. Hold on.
And then both of us were like, oh, together we were like, oh, maybe we should make a music video. We were both like, yeah, we're totally down. It sounds fun. Like, why not?
And then KG gets the call.
And then I asked KG, he told me his price, I thought it was decent. So we were like, yeah, let's do it. So we had to obviously think of like scenes. And so we said, obviously a phone scene, because it's like, I don't want no stress, like as a precursor to us deciding to then have sex. And then we thought like a pool scene, because pools are just like kind of steamy if there's a girl and a boy in a pool, whatever. And then I think it was me that was like, should we have a bedroom scene?
No, I don't know. What is he choke packed? Is he choke packed?
Look, I wrote my lyrics in the song. So he said, you can choke me. I told him to be like, I can do that. So that part of the song was me.
your idea. Yeah.
And then
So you see, we can't blame the youth, man,
And-
for being a pervert.
No,
And, like-
it's not a pervert. It's a good thing.
I like
It's
to
a
me,
nice
like,
one.
I'm just the person that, like, if I'm gonna do something, I may as well just throw myself into it and like give it a proper go. So like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna make my first, I guess my second ever, because I did the one with single, like music video. Well, let's just do it. Like, let's just make it as good as we can.
I would give it that because it was raunchy enough that it's not so raunchy. So I ain't seeing nothing, but you're seeing something.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like that's how I wanted it. So I said to KG, like,
seductive.
you see how in like some R&B videos and stuff, it almost like flashes past the bedroom scene to the point where even if you try and pause it, it's too fast for you to even.
Aha, wrong again. We paused it.
Yeah,
we have
so,
it right here.
KG, yeah, I described it to KG like flashing past, and I will say to KG, it's not quite flashing past.
Nah, yeah, that's
but,
But it works.
If you want to know the tip, just put it on 25% speed and then press click.
It works.
But KG obviously sent it to me before, and I said I'm happy with it. It wasn't quite. I thought it would flash past a bit faster, but when he sent it to me, I was like, it's nice. I was
See?
like, yeah, you can just
No,
post
because
it. But like the lingerie itself, like, so me and Big P, we never really had like a meeting about the video because, like I said, I was traveling, so all we said was a bedroom scene where we're kind of like messing around on the bed. We didn't like go into specifics at any point.
so
And
nobody direct. Oli was just like, you know what?
so like in my head, obviously, when I was packing my bag that morning, I was going through what I thought the scenes might be like, but we hadn't really discussed it like that. So I was like, well, I don't know how steamy it's going to get. So like, let me just pack lingerie because I don't really mind if I have to strip. I will strip. Like, it's not really a problem. And like, I've literally run naked around London Zoo for charity before. Like, I don't really mind. I quite like being naked. Like, it's not really a problem. So
Don't say those kind of things because for charity, and by charity we mean me. Anyway,
So anyway,
pass the-
Talking about your free spiritness, yeah.
yeah. So anyway,
Free-spiritedness.
and it's just the same as a bikini anyway. It's just not a big deal. So anyway, we did the phone scene, then the pool scene, and then it was time for the bedroom scene. So like, I was kind of like shyly, awkwardly like, so should I, like, are we gonna, like, are you gonna take off my clothes?
Are you gonna? So who unzipped the pants first? Is what?
So basically, I was wearing like comfy. I don't wear like nice underwear on a daily basis because no one's ever going to see it, right? So I literally have 2 nice like lingerie sets that I travel with, and I never.
And there's granny panties.
Other than that, it's like old thongs that are falling apart or like granny panties. So anyway, I was wearing like comfy underwear, right? And so I brought these 2 lingerie things in my bag, but I never like told them I brought it. Then we're in like the bedroom scene. We did a bit of sitting on the bed in our clothes, with our arms around each other, whatever. And in my head, I was like, sorry, this is a bit pathetic for the video. Like the song is literally like we're having sex. In my head, I was like, I know I want the video to be more than this because it's just a bit pathetic right now. So I just like unzipped my bag and just threw the 2 lingeries on the bed. And there was 3 guys in the room, KG, the videographer, KG, who is the videographer, then his friend or his driver, and Big P and me, right? So I'm just sitting there and just take out the lingerie and like throw it on the bed. And I was like, well, which one do you think I should wear? And all their faces were like, I don't think they were expecting me to like just drop 2 sets of lingerie on the bed.
Yeah. Which one? No, because
And
remember,
then-
you are way older than like them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, I don't know how old KG is, but I'm definitely.
Nah, Jesus.
Yeah.
because you're older than you, yeah.
So anyway, then like there was just a moment of silence when they were all just like taking in like what's really going on here.
Is she going to strip for us?
Yeah, their cogs are like turning in their head, and then Big P's like, nah, the red one's bad. You have to wear the red one. So I was like,
He looks way taller. I swear, I thought he was like 6'7" or something like that. And I'm
yeah,
like,
but KG's good at the angles because especially in the giving head part, he's very good at the angles because obviously I wasn't actually giving head.
and we don't know that for a fact.
I mean, use your brains, guys. Get it.
I was trying to use my hand.
But yeah, so
Zoe, who is this?
What's this? That is acting, guys.
Team. My God.
Okay.
Turn on me, you see that?
You sweating too hard. It's that kind of lime. Okay.
But Zoe, easy.
Hey, don't put any hands logo on anything.
Papa.
The man was getting his head through the drawers.
But this part, like, I was like, nah, am I really, like, that was the only time when I was like, am I really doing this? Was like the back shot part. Because, like, we just had.
Mama,
In all fairness, that looked better than the nudes, the fake nudes.
Yes. Because, sorry, I look better than those stupid fake nudes. I sent the fake nudes to one guy that's actually seen me naked, and he was like, yeah, trust me, you look better in real life than these fake nudes. Can they at least do you justice?
Well, look at this.
But.
All right.
So, I had to ask you a question as he off taking so who chain now was it? That's his chain?
Yeah.
I think is it your friend's chain?
A big B.
Yeah.
Okay, brother, man. I can't. If it's not even fits, I
Listen,
can't.
I really want to buy myself a gold chain. Like that's like.
What you going to say on it?
Gentle us.
I kind of want a teddy bear because I really love my teddy and I really miss my teddy. I have a teddy that was given to me when I was born by my godfather, and in England I like cuddle my teddy every night, and he's like so important to me. Like if there was a house on fire, the one thing I would take is Teddy, like before my phone, before anything. Yeah, his name's Teddy, and like. Yeah, I'm like really attached to Teddy, but he can't come backpacking with me because he's like, there's not really space in the bag, and I'm scared. What if I lose my bag? I don't want to lose Teddy. So my mom's looking after Teddy.
Okay.
When is the last time he was back? England?
November.
Oh,
so I want to get a chain with like a Teddy that looks like my teddy on it. Yeah. It's like a gold, like a Cuban link with a Teddy.
bro.
Yeah.
And that's to tell you how you're really respected by the streets. Because like you talking about gold, I don't even wear gold in my fucking country. You are gold with the teddy on it.
But I don't have gold with the teddy because I don't have enough money to buy it.
Well, trade some more
soon enough,
stocks.
soon
Trade
enough.
some more stocks.
Yeah.
Or find a very
trading
or
and-
go to Dubai and get some shit on you.
Oh.
Because no, you're gonna need shit. Okay.
I mean,
It's not our only fans. I don't know what these girls do.
yeah. So
I have to.
Yeah.
That's what they like to hear.
That's what they love.
But yeah, I kind of feel like with the music video, to be honest, because of the situation, how it was like me and 3 guys, I feel like they probably felt like they had to like let me take the lead a bit because they wouldn't want to be deemed to be like pressuring me. And like a big piece, like really respectful and really sweet, so he wouldn't like.
That might F up with his image. He would don't say that shit. I don't know. Like I don't know
That
what
you're
he
really
man.
respectful.
Nah,
That I'm telling them that you're really respectful, so you wouldn't like force me to do anything in the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like,
cool.
Yeah. So, but KG, the head part, the head was KG's idea.
The man go on fucking tour. He go on Ragnarok. So good.
The pool scene was fun. I had fun in the pool.
That's vibes.
But yeah, KG's main idea was the head part. Like the head part was not my idea.
Because you know the best part I find, which is cool. Because typically, I don't know what it is about like when in Europe a lot. Europeans typically don't use deodorant and stuff. So I realized nobody in come and say that statement that Zoe smell now, which is be cool.
You actually truly believe that Europeans don't use deodorant? You've been spending too much time on Twitter.
No, bro, I telling you, this is like at least the Europeans.
I have not met anybody apart from my sister when she goes through like hippie phases. She doesn't use deodorant, but like I've never met anybody else who doesn't use
What's
deodorant.
up with the bathing thing?
Really bathing, like the ones that they bathe in, and like like that's the stereotype. So that's like as all in close
I
proximity.
mean, I do find there's an obsession with bathing in the Caribbean.
Okay.
No, it's hot.
It's quite hot.
Yeah,
It's
but
quite
like
warm.
you're literally gonna start sweating as soon as you walk
You know,
out
a
of the
15
house.
minute shower can actually calm all your endorphins and give you.
Depends if it's a nice shower.
Of course.
No, you like going like underneath the waterfall. Tell me you do that.
Yeah, that. Yeah. No, but like sometimes I find there's this obsession with like sometimes I've been called to, like I don't know, dirty or whatever for like, let's say I go, I don't know, to town to do like shopping and stuff, and then let's say I'm gonna go to, I don't know, like a little dinner thing with like a friend, and I don't go home in between because I don't really have time. But obviously, like I sweated in town, right? Because I was out in town. But like I don't have time to go home. Like, sorry, I'm just gonna go straight there. Like it's not really that deep. And even if like,
Hey, yo.
do you know what I mean? Like sometimes there's just not time, and like
It's a culture. It's a
It's a
cultural
cultural thing. Yeah.
yeah, but then I truly find that like because it's so hot, like sometimes even if you do go home in between, as soon as you step outside, you're sweating the same way that you were just now anyway. So
But-
like what?
Because
you
it's
haven't
like
gained anything. Like
when you was in England, you had like the tub, so you was taking baths or you was doing showers.
I don't like baths. I like showers.
Because I think the soaking is like that's when you sweat wherever you put in the bath, like the salts or whatever, you sweat it and it smell like wherever you put in it. But showering is just like it is cleaning off.
Like I think
the
to
dust.
me, like once a day is like minimum. But I don't think you'll ever catch me. I have friends here that might shower like 5 times in a day.
Normal.
5 times.
3, 4.
Like Mr. Epic. You know Mr.
The
Epic.
man who's do run the OnlyFans.
Yeah. Mr. Epic showers so many times.
Is he interesting?
Like when I'm at his house, I'm like, how are you in the shower again? Like,
Here's the interesting thing about that. It have like I think culturally the reason it is the way it was is because England didn't have I don't think they had access or the sewage system wasn't how it was supposed to be. So dysentery was a big thing. You could get that if you bathe a lot. Like because it's unclean
I have
water.
no clue.
I think that's what it was.
Maybe.
And then so when they started to get introduced to different countries like Japan, they went across Japan and then hot baths and these kind of stuff. That's when bathing often, but still it just never permeated down here now because it's hot. You only feel, you only hockey.
and maybe
pitch.
here also maybe there's like more rivers and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
That maybe also could
because
be why.
England was like
Yeah.
gloomy. As opposed to
It's
here,
all
sunny and shit.
culture because the cultural shock that you probably got from the first time going to the basketball game and realizing, wait, a different culture actually accepts me this way.
Yeah.
And mightn't even be the biggest thing. The Mampi culture is a big thing, you know, dog.
Yeah, well, it's not man. Right?
You know a Mampi?
It's not man.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you know what a Mampi is?
She, a fat thing.
So that's what they call plus size women in this.
I've never heard that, you know.
Serious?
Yeah.
Big pain about what Mampi?
You know what's about Mampi?
Yeah. Knows a Mampi?
What's your next one? This is my favorite.
Who is this guy?
Bija.
Jar Redis. Yeah, he's a Bajan.
Jared looks like
artist.
he's riding motorcycles for free.
Hey yo.
And
I
wild.
ride motorcycles for free. Well, on the
yo.
back.
No,
I want to jump on every bike back.
that-
Do you really think you're like that?
Delusion song. I think honestly
That's the song I was trying to remember. As he said,
What? Minimum to the pit on.
Okay.
Give me
So I think
something
it'll
to
be
grip
choked.
on.
Yeah, no, okay. So
I
this-
talk about choking like all my songs.
that's what I'm saying. So, but use implement the
what
choking
is
first.
this? So wait a minute.
Because to me, honestly, because I was telling you, I usually don't feel comfortable enough to actually have sex. These songs
Right.
are almost like a way to live out that without living out that. So I get to be a bit, like naughty or whatever in the videos, but I don't have to actually have sex. So it's quite a good arrangement because I get like the excitement through like being a bit naughty in the lyrics and the videos, but I don't have to actually have the sex.
Nah.
So it's like
Yeah,
with no
most-
consequences.
So
You
it's
move
Pablo
soft,
Boss, basically.
Nah, you move soft here. This is why I say
He
you
was-
move
he was
soft.
gazing up.
Pull it back. So it have a part until he dunked it in the water, and I was like, you cork your nose first. I was like, lady, that's not his playing this game. Yeah, they do 100%. You can't be going in 50. You gotta let it hit, splash into that water.
Yeah, because the lyrics are about back shots in the sea.
Yeah.
So that's why we had to film that part.
Full baptism, yeah. Push it down.
But you know how so many people were on this beach, and I like when they made me put my feet on. Well, they made me when they said that I should put my feet. When they said when they said that I should put my feet on his shoulders, I was like, guys, there's children at this beach. Like, loads of people were watching us.
Yeah.
I didn't realize culturally that's a thing, in
What?
terms of like how you see, we have kiddies carnival and like we
Yeah.
have children whining and whatever. I didn't know that was a big thing until I went Six Flags in I think it's New Jersey, 36 Flags, right? Wherever, 36 Flags in the States.
New Jersey.
And then Marshall was supposed to play in the evening. So my cousins, they're not really accustomed. They didn't grow up in Trinidad like that. They moved. So I bumped with them. It had a little jam session. They're like, hey, all these people who come here to hear the Marshall show, we come over. So they started playing little songs. So all the Caribbean people started huddle now and started come like a little jam session.
Yeah.
It was like 16 years old. I was like, hey, Stefan, come. So I pulled my cousin. I was like, hey, why not you friend? And everybody whining is like, it becoming that kind of event.
Yeah.
The security guard come now. Excuse me, all the fans of Marshall Montano, just remember the show is this evening. Could you please hold all activity
Really?
until this evening?
Yeah.
Because there are children involved. There are children here.
It's very interesting. Like, obviously, it's not really a discussion that's like for me to take part in, I guess, because I'm not from it. So it's not for me to say like what's right for children and what's not right for children in terms of like wine and culture, because I don't think it's like really my place. But it's very interesting to witness those discussions.
So they know.
Oh gosh, I had this segue. I'm about to segue it into the next question. Whap, oof. So,
But I find it interesting to watch the arguments about that between Caribbean people,
because as you say, it's not your place to inject into things. You jump out and say somebody PNM, people saying about PNM and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Because they said it on my page.
Yeah,
If
they
you
said
want to
it
come
on-
on my page and talk about my friends who you're describing as disgraceful PNM people, then you're going to hear about yourself.
I mean,
Because-
I don't think all of them is vote PNM. I don't think all of them is
I
vote
think all of
PNM.
them is vote PNM. I think that was
But
basically.
a lot of my friends don't even vote.
Yeah.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
that wasn't the point. The point is not if my friends are PNM. The point is that you, random person, are coming on my page saying you're a disgrace, just like those PNM people you line with. So if you want to come on my page and say that, then I'm going to tell you that you're racist for trying to say PNM instead of black. And what you mean is black.
It's so deep and ripe in Trinidad
Hey, yo.
that the lines that being crossed is like we almost accepted being a euphemism.
So my
Yeah,
my
but I'm going to tell you that I don't accept your euphemism on my page because you're being racist and I'm going to block you.
Do you-
And I'm
do-
not blind. I know that when you say PNM on my page, I'm not stupid. I still know that you mean black and that you're being racist. I just want to let you know that I don't approve of it and you can go away.
But
Do you know what I mean?
to be clear, you have Indian friends too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
She's
like,
not rude.
But the
Yeah.
racist people don't have a problem with my Indian friends.
Oh no, well, like how much, like, because I don't want to say the stereotype. The perception is he's going to hood, and all these hood men and these gun men, and then
I've literally been to Laventille like 5 times. Like, I don't know where this impression is that I.
that's
there's-
5
there's
times
some-
more. That's 4 times more.
Okay, but like the way some people talk, you'd think I'm there every day. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, what you also have to remember about my friends is that, or what you should know about my friends is that, let's say if there's like, I might see 10 friends in 2 weeks, right? And maybe probably only 3 of them will want to be in my vlog. So if it just so happens that those 3 are all from a certain area or whatever it might be, then you're all of a sudden going to think that the only people I hang out with were these 3 people. And actually the majority of my friends don't want to be in my vlog because it's a bit messy. There's like thousands and thousands of that. They might have a job where they don't want people in their work to say, oh, you were there with Zoe. Were you doing what she was doing? Like a lot of my friends, they just think it's easier to just like not really be in my vlog. So they might say, oh, you can kind of film the back of my head or you can, but they just don't feel, or they might feel like they don't look good that day or whatever. And I personally have found that more girls are camera shy than men.
Okay.
So therefore, a lot of my girlfriends are not in my vlogs, and so some people think I only hang out with men. Do you get it?
Yeah, that's
so
the
it's really
perception.
important to remember that what you see in a daily vlog is 1 minute out of my 24-hour day,
Okay.
and like most people I'm with are not in my vlogs. So you're seeing this really small handful of the people who like
Actually spend time.
the vlog action, like they want to be in it. But you're not. Most people I spend time with, you've never seen in my vlogs. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So like your team is just like a mix. It's like the rainbow coalition, if you will, but not like the rainbow. I don't know, more like
I would say in Trinidad, I would say that I have
potpourri.
in Trinidad I have more black friends than Indian friends.
Okay.
Probably because I really love soca and like
getting
the
that
music
I tell
thing.
you,
Like
getting each chutney. Trust me.
If
Getting
you
each chutney.
really want money, right? Get into chutney. Basically.
I don't think I can do chutney because I can't really sing. That's why Zex like suits
right,
me.
thank you. Right place.
Thank you.
That's what
Right,
it's
thank
about.
you very much, Nita Kandi.
You
But
have-
I like
you
chutney
wanna
more
be a
than I can listen to chutney all day, and I
You
don't think that I would.
Whitney Houston here. Just come on and
No,
spit some lyrics.
it's just a different thing. It's basically soca, but you're singing about drinking rum and getting on. And
Yeah, but I also can't sing soca. That's why I'm only doing this kind of like spoken word ish
This
music.
gentle- this gentle
So
zest.
this
Yeah.
is not okay for the record. So you know that you can't sing soca.
I mean, I'm not. Gonna
It's
say,
more
I'm not.
sarcastic.
I can't say like never. But I believe I've always said throughout since I was old enough to remember that I can't sing. Anytime you see me in a karaoke, my friends say, "Oh, sing." I was like, "Oh, I can't really sing. I don't know if I should." Okay, fuck it, let's just do it. But I'm the first person to say that I can't sing. Like I was in the studio yesterday, and the producer was like saying, "Oh, why don't you go up on this note or like whatever?"
It's like,
and I was like,
motherfucker,
I can't sing.
I don't have that range.
Yeah, like so. I literally can't sing. I'm very aware that I can't sing. However, I believe that in this day and age, lots and lots of successful people in the music industry can't sing because
anymore.
it's not really for like musical. We're not at an opera. Like we just want entertainment. So like you don't have to be able to sing to spit something on a beat
Makes
that's
sense.
catchy. Like I don't think I've ever even listened to Ice Spice, but apparently she can't sing either.
As far as
Hey, you went up in New York and you run up on there. What are you talking that Greece?
nah.
You
No,
don't know.
but I just heard that she can't. I don't know. I've never listened to her, but people have commented about her on my videos, being like, "Well, if Ice Spice can do it, then I guess Zoe can too."
Because
You know,
I
like,
think the comparison could be Iggy Azalea. I feel they would just kind of put it with Iggy, or Iggy can rap, and then they would be like, "Oh, well, she doing what Iggy do it."
right, like so clearly, once it's entertaining, that's all that really matters because it's the entertainment industry, right?
The people
Like,
are in fact in that. I will say that.
Yeah.
How much music again?
I mean,
59,000.
come on.
Yeah.
It's not that's not even the most recent one.
Yeah, she tie up by him, man. Good for her.
Yeah, look at you.
Like she look
Your
at her
bun.
now. Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Ariel and you see.
Yeah. No, I would say they said Barbados have better beaches than here.
By far.
Barbados is
I
a
bet
good
so.
place for beaches, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
You see, you're not allowed to say that. I could say it. That's true. Because if you say it, it would be like, she said this about
I know. I'm not
Trinidad.
allowed. I'm actually not allowed to have any opinions that are not amazing about any country I visit.
Basically.
Remember that. Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Makes sense.
it's fucked up. What?
But
It is
sometimes
what
I will still express, but then I get in trouble. But I'll still express it anyway because I think we can all share opinions about wherever we go. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
We're coming down to the end.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, when you're leaving, I'm when you're coming back. Because we will do this again for the next 1.5 hours. We'll talk about other shit. Probably in English.
Oh, whenever.
Oi.
I had a great time.
I mean, we
Next
could
time,
go
come
for
and
it.
drink too and diamond punch.
Next time, yeah.
We can play truth or drink next time.
Oh. What you
I
wanna-
like-
okay,
I like the
me a
proposition.
question. Okay, ask a question.
We might have only 5 minutes to spare.
Yeah.
For like truth or drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know the drink.
Which person did the most boring podcast episode you've ever filmed?
Not easy.
That's hard to answer because
That
there
upgrade.
were a lot.
No, the most boring.
Most boring,
The most boring.
the most unmemorable, boring.
No, she was fun. She was fun. Oh, the earlies.
Earlies, like-
Who?
The
Okay,
earlies.
so we went around.
We was trying to do a red pill thing first.
Yeah, and it was like,
That's
this
not.
is not making
That's
sense.
not.
So what we were actually doing was trying to, we were watching at the sexual marketplace and we was like, let's try to bridge the gap. And then we started to go down the red pill road and then we realized, wait, this red pill thing is madness. This red pill thing is the antithesis or the opposite to feminism. I mean, not trying to fight like that. So we just jump off of that and the episodes doing that was real shit. Like, honestly, we didn't feel that.
First episode.
Second episode though.
Okay, second episode. Like for me, first episode when we was talking about who better the fat girls.
Yeah, Jed, that
Thick
is
girls was like, yeah.
So we can't really say our guest was boring.
The episode was boring.
Our quality was real shit. Like,
Yeah,
Okay.
we was just now starting out trying to figure out
my
shit. Like,
God,
we-
what the hell was that?
like this
Okay.
is a cool
Would you like another question?
Yeah,
Of course.
keep going.
Okay. What is the biggest lie you've ever told a girl in order to sleep with her or to try and sleep with her?
That easy. I'm in love with you.
You lie about being in love.
Yeah, girl, I love
You literally say I love you.
No, sorry.
To
Like,
try and get in
I can,
someone's
I can,
pants.
I can, I can
Biggest
do, I can do a top 5.
Yeah.
I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Yeah, I'll deal you. Yeah, I'll break up with my girlfriend. Yeah, I'll drop you home.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You want to hear the biggest lie, dog? I was a special forces sniper.
Oh,
my
shit! Yeah, oh yeah,
God.
shit! Basically, my life is in danger because I just escaped Cuba. I literally didn't get through on that one. I lied and said I
Yeah.
escaped Cuba.
And you're gonna ask me if I'm the devil. Mhm.
Hey, that black devil too. But everybody knows the white devil is the one you have to avoid. You have black devils and white devils.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
That's no. You're doing what that thing again? You see always end up fighting. That's always end up fighting. That's not my opinion. That's the Pan American African.
Okay, do you have any truth or drink question for me? I have my water so I can drink.
You.
Which island? You know what?
Yes. Good.
Which island? Which men on the which island men is your favorite? If you had to literally
archetype.
be
Do
like,
you mean from like looks?
Well,
or just in general?
Because like I told you, I don't usually have time to date, so I can't really say about dating because I literally have not dated
No, but
in
in
every
my
island.
experience looks.
But looks, is it only islands or all the countries in the world?
no, we
Island-
don't. Caribbean.
Yeah, islands.
Fuck Africa.
Islands.
I could see it.
Oh, safe. Okay. Not Jamaica.
Oh,
No surprise there.
yes. Come on, Trinidad. We still here running.
Like,
Dog, it don't matter.
Shut up.
It don't matter, dog.
Yeah, it might be Trinidad, you know.
We inside. Hey, Big P, you made us stay. Good for us. you made us stay.
Right? So
I feel like in
there we have
Grenada there's a lot of cute guys too.
Grenada like Trinidad.
No, she don't pick Trinidad in terms of
brother.
most of Grenadans here.
I wish it was like Trinidad and Grenada, boy. Because to be good, that's all of us.
Yes, yes, that shit. Anyway, don't bite on that. Don't say anything to that statement.
The
That's what you want to get
Trinidadians hate Trinidadians, right?
Yeah, that is-
They want
that's
their own country. They don't want anything to do with
Hey,
Trinidad.
we are clearly boring.
Yeah, but you need to know,
we
right,
might
Zoe?
know.
Right? Because I need to rant. All right? I'm just joking.
I came here to rant.
You go ahead. You rant.
Zoe's run. Travel with Zoe.
Travel with
So
Zoe.
are we supposed to call
Rant
you?
with Zoe.
Are we supposed to call you Travel with Zoe? Or that's-
Yeah, what we addressing here when you're signing on your
I'll probably put travel with Zoe, yeah.
All right, that's your brand.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So was he? Okay. I have one more question.
Yeah.
Okay. Longer or thicker?
Can't it just be a bit of both?
No, there must be one because it's
But like how short is the thick one?
You see that kind of conversation there?
okay. Okay. What you consider short? What you consider short? Start here.
Any boom boy ask lad.
It's been a long time.
Museum.
Like
The remote.
I mean, it's actually truly been a long time. Like maybe like what's normal like this?
Like tick like that?
No, the length.
That normal?
I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
Okay. Well. So I guess thicker.
No, I don't know. Can't it just be average? Why do we have to choose one or the other?
Because
You
you can't.
asking him.
Hey, because the world doesn't live like that. You have to sacrifice something for something else.
Like I've honestly never seen one that's been insanely thick or insanely long.
You see all the men only just get pull yourself. She pull all the way up. See, men is be lying.
Polyester
Polyester assassins. Well, yeah. So
Alright, cool.
average is what you're saying.
Like just normal. And I more care like who it's attached to. Do you know what I mean?
You're such a loving person.
She's so sweet.
So what was the greatest lie you've ever told to get out of a relationship?
I wouldn't like to get out of a relationship. I would just say I want to break up with you.
Oh, so what to get? So you never lied to the guy?
You never lie about the
break up with
regions
them.
or like sexual reactions.
Have it. What's the most toxic shit you ever do?
What's the most toxic shit I've ever done? I don't know if I'm that toxic.
You see this shit?
You do it in the name of fighting the patriarchy once. You did it in the name of fighting the patriarchy once.
Fighting the patriarchy.
Yeah.
I'm fighting the patriarchy every day. We have to fight the patriarchy every day because we have to go outside. And when we go outside, we have to fight the patriarchy every day to just do simple things.
To come out of scarcity. Yeah.
Like, I
hear
don't
you.
know. But the most toxic thing.
She know what she did. You know you
No,
did.
I really can't think of it. Like, I think I just sometimes would start arguments, but that's normal.
You know you did, bro.
But you know when, like-
when you was asking you out and you wanted to go and you told him nah.
You know when, like,
Bertie. Yeah.
you know when, imagine if he sees this podcast. You know,
It's like, I really did like you, so you wanted to go out. You bitch.
I don't know. Yeah, you know when, like, you miss someone, so you start an argument with them on purpose.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so bratty.
Oh, you talking about across like our phone?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, I literally get angry because I miss them, you know? I
Yeah.
don't know. Do you get me? And then it's almost like I start just getting angry at them for nothing, and it's just because I miss them.
That's toxic, but it's
Yeah.
all good. It's all good. It's
At least, you know.
It's,
But I
it's
think
coming
I'm
from a good
not
place.
really that very toxic. Like,
So,
I don't know.
yeah, I seen this hippie thing seems to be working for you. Good
You're
for
doing
you.
quite well. Enjoy your journeys. Enjoy the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So, what we want to do is give you a
Final.
platform to say your final
But
words
see
to
it
your
slowly
fans.
so we can understand what you're saying.
No, we understand. Yeah, he just bullshitted. you.
No, sometimes I do talk too fast.
Really?
Sure, like, I know that.
See,
The
no?
the King's English is a bit
It's
too
a
fast
king,
for us.
King's English, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
He
so,
owns the language, I guess.
Patriarchy. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But
final words.
I don't know. I mean, it's been fun.
Yeah.
And now we're going
I'm
to start the casting coach. Anyway.
Hopefully, I can come back. I love Trinidad. Thanks, thanks to everyone in Trinidad for making me always have such a good time.
Miss Universe answer. I felt.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
So
I
big
don't
up
really
yourself.
know what.
No problem. Nah, you just handle this.
Stream my songs, guys.
Hey,
Go search Travel with Zoe on Spotify.
but we are good. Okay, this is what I'm.
God.
This is what I'm doing, fellas. Just remember, I still have my $100 inside the bet that she and Big Pete did do it. So after off,
You didn't even ask.
Hey! I'll ask it off, so I know if
Yeah,
I'm
it's
making my
done,
money.
yeah.
Yeah, you're mad. You did.
Did we? Oh, thanks for letting me know. Because I know you guys all know more about my life than me,
Yeah.
right?
See,
When you're a TikToker, you actually don't know about your own life. Only your followers know.
Yes,
So
that's
everything they
I know,
comment
I
is
know.
the truth, but what you tell them, it's not the
it's
truth.
not the truth,
No.
basically. So yeah, I have $100 to get from my people I made my Zoe pool with. So we have our old Zoe pool. Who gonna beat it first, and when they gonna beat it? I think I won. So
I'm not an it. I am a her.
oh, I thought you was gonna say I'm a hoe. You know, I was like, whoa, this is getting what?
If you would like to use beat, it will be beat her, not it. Okay?
That's a pronounce.
My pronouns are not it. Yeah.
When it's not any girl pronoun, is it? Anyway,
No, but you lot for some reason often seem to think our pronouns are it because why is it that on the videos? He definitely
beat
hit
it.
that.
No,
He
you're talking
definitely-
about that, not talking about that.
No, but sometimes it is that. Like, don't pretend that people don't talk about us like objects.
Well,
I mean, that's the whole term of objectification.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is not. Right now, the strife that you're feeling right now against the patriarchy is against white men. It's not against us. So let's join forces against him.
whoa.
Come on.
Hey,
Come on, socialists.
Listen, guys,
versus-
see what happened tonight? See how good, all right?
Come on.
Get them in final. It's not a
Final words. It is not. I have $100 to collect. So I think next time you come, you'll get a little 2 rounds. Well, not from me,
2
but like
rounds of what?
swigs
Liquor.
of liquor.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about 3 rounds of buckshots.
So we get your mind out the
get your mind out the gutter. Jesus.
What kind of podcast you think this is?
What do you think? That's sex podcast.
All right, so you know everybody, do good every time and good will follow. Thanks for coming out again, Zoe. We out.
Bye.
That's all, folks.